background music from the game. I have looking at the mixer on my Streamlabs, and there's more devices than I'm used to there today, so something's not right. We just gotta figure out what it is. But as long as you guys can hear me, at least we got a good start here. It's always a question mark if anyone's gonna be able to hear me on this. I'm gonna need to get, I think next time I replace my PC, which probably shouldn't be for several more years, I need like a dedicated streaming machine that I don't touch, because the fact that I use this for other things is why it ends up breaking every week. It's funny that it not only breaks it from juggling between things, I usually break it for stream, and then on Monday I'll have broken it for like Zoom meetings and team meetings and everything. So it's just like in a perpetual state of me trying to play whack-a-mole with it to make sure the mic works. You are heard. Sound is good. Fantastic. Thank you, guys. Hello, Corsane. How are you? Kiz, Mod Hunter, Oscar, Sonic. Hello. Space Runner. Hello. Windows also likes to break things, revert your settings for no reason. Oh, yeah. Yeah, any day I wake up and find the computer has somehow made it back to the login screen, I can't. I don't understand how it is that Microsoft is allowed to do that, because then it means it forced an update, even though I have automatic updates disabled. I swear sometimes it's got like, you've heard like Apple's admitted to they slow down your phone after it hits a certain stage of life to reserve battery life. It feels like that, where it's like they're just taking control, and they're going to tell you it's for your own good, because I feel like my computer will start to slow down if I don't do an update. It'll just get clunkier and clunkier, and then finally I'm like, all right, fine, I'm shutting all my stuff down, and then do the update, and then it's fine. Now I don't know if that's just because I just need to turn it off more often, but whatever the case. Waking up to a Windows update that was forced upon me, never good. All right, are you guys ready to suffer? Are you guys ready for pain? Because we're playing Xbox tonight. I tried something. Hello, Can. Tried something new today, which is I turned on the Xbox and loaded up Fallout 4 like 45 minutes before the stream, thinking, and then just periodically like popped over here and moved the controller around so it didn't time out, thinking that would give Fallout 4 some time to like chew through any backlog of scripts it's got. So we'll see if that has any positive effect. All right, so I think Xbox is my wonky, terrible build where I'm in power armor and pistol. Although my savior may end up being max demolition expert. Maybe that will save me. But we've got some stuff here. Oh yeah, and then I started going down the luck skill so I could just spam some VATs. I guess we will, while we're in Diamond City, might as well stock up on ammo.
Shopping at night?
Vats pistol, no charisma. Perfect build. Oh, thank you, Kez. Appreciate your support in my suffering.
Let's see what you have.
The highest quality available.
10mm rounds. So if we're gonna, we are going to use. What can I get rid of? We're going to use, what's the pistol called? What's the railroad pistol called? Why can't I think of it? But anyway, if we're going to use that thing, sure, have a mini nuke. Although I think what we've talked about many times while I'm playing this, is I need to just run up and do the, what's the family quest called over here? I haven't played it in a while. I used to make sure I'd go play at this one, the Parsons State Insane Asylum stuff. That would be a good one to get that broken Gamma gun. Yes, the deliverer. Thank you. Hello, Sir Rick. Okay, let's see here. So what were we doing on this character? No, we're not rescuing synths. Oh, I still haven't done Nightingales. Okay. Nope, don't need that. No, don't need that. Don't need that.
This is a reminder. Hit record.
Thank you. Thank you, Echo. Let's see. And then we were going to ask for. Oh yeah, and then I failed the charisma check to get the railroad to help us. And we got to do the Nightingales. Okay, so let's go work on Nightingales. That sounds like a good plan to me. Oh, you know what? I think what happened last time is we kept crashing, right? That we were trying to do this and we crashed every time we went into Mass Bay. So let's try our luck today. So let's do a save before we bop over there. Come on, you can do it. You can do it, Fallout 4. It's loading those screenshots. I know it's hard. Oh, so wait, so I can take a legendary gamma gun and then attach the mod from that to it? Because that's pretty sweet. Crashed in first 10 minutes. Oh, I think you're right, especially because I have to go to downtown Boston in a place that last time we played, I absolutely did crash several times before I got angry and quit. I actually think I lasted pretty long that night. I just was, of course, that I think, or was it last session of Xbox where it was just pain the whole time, where it was just like a crash every 15 minutes. I think it was. It's a good thing we had that. I took that week off to recover. Krem's tooth is the same way for Machete. Ah, all right. So maybe that'll be our side quest tonight if Mass Bay Medical does not allow us to make it in there. Because that'll be a nice weapon to have. Well, that didn't look good. But yeah, having that weapon for the battle for GNN would be fantastic. Come on, we can do it. All right, I hear the sound of death from the Xbox. It's fairly quiet though, so that's good. Like we're going to dashboard. And there it is. All right. Hang tight just a second. We're going to switch to standby while we get through the startup music, which always triggers a strike. I'm sorry, not a strike. It's what do they call those? It's like a copyright claim, I guess, because somebody from South America apparently owns the rights to the Fallout 4 theme song, at least according to YouTube's shoddy system. So I hope nobody took that bet from Kez because you lost. I'm going to test a theory here. So we had this every time we tried to go talk to Jake in the hardware store, it crashed, and then finally I abandoned my power armor and I can make it in. So let's see if maybe that's it. Maybe I can't be in power armor. This character is cursed. This terrible build. All right, come on, game, you can do it. It is a miracle anyone's ever finished Fallout 4 on Xbox. I'm one of them. That was actually my very first playthrough. I played all the way through, no issues. I had one quest break, and I can't even remember what it was, but I remember specifically being like, "Oh, that's weird," and then later reading about it being a bug that the unofficial patch fixed. If we get to a point where this save is bricked, where I just can't make any more, then I think my Xbox week will become, we're going to play on Series X instead of on my old 1S, and we're going to speed run, and we'll see how fast I can get through SS2 if I have to start over on Xbox. Hoping that's not the case. All right, I think I can bring you guys back in. There we go. The quadrilateral of death, yeah. Although it's not as bad now because on Xbox, by default, all of the stuff in Concord is hidden. Just trying to reduce the load. So I'm actually gonna start weaving in Skyrim as a second stream day. Just trying to. I have to manipulate my schedule a little more before I can work that out. Because my whole life is in transit right now because the kids just started school, so I have to get up every morning and drive my youngest to school. So I have to let my schedule reset itself before I'm ready to have 2 stream nights. All right, let's see here. All right, so let's abandon our power armor.
Hey, I ain't saying I want to shoot.
See if this has.
That would be rude.
I highly doubt this is it, but you know, we'll try some things. Then if that doesn't work, I think we're gonna pivot over and do the what the heck's the name of that family? Why can't I think of it? The Lorenzo questline. What is that family name? Parsons. Oh, Cabot. Is it Cabot or Cabot? No, it's Cabot, right? It's Cabot. Yeah, because they introduced themselves that way. Thank you, Spaced. Hello, Raven. How are you? Lauren, evening. Okay, well, we don't see a bunch of blue textures, so that's a good start. Victor Vargas, I love everything your team does. I hope life brings you guys nothing but happiness. Wow, that's a nice thing to say. Thank you. Glad you're enjoying our stuff. Have you checked out any of our Skyrim stuff? Look at that. We made it. Power armor is cursed. That's the second time we've been able to make it past a crash by ditching our power armor. I'm not saying it's power armor, but I'm not saying it's not power armor. I don't know why that would happen, why that would cause that big of a problem. Very nice, very nice. Oh, you got it to work. Did you have to use bees for that? Is that what it's called? Somebody backported some of the functionality from the Anniversary Edition. Amaris, have you done the Nightingales questline on Xbox? Yeah, no, that's what we're about to do right now. I think I did the first part of it, and then I think this is quest 2, maybe. So that is what we're about to try and do. Hey, here we go. Oh, that's right. Everybody's covered in antibacterial gel, we'll say.
Hey, good to see you. Did you need anything?
Oh, we're missing a voice line. Yeah, Marissa, I've seen there's a couple of missing textures on Xbox.
I'm sorry, but that's impossible.
It is
We're doctors, not soldiers.
a shockingly difficult problem
Taking
to fix.
a side in this conflict goes against what we stand for. That said, I do recognize what you're trying to do. We're bound to offer aid to any side that's left standing, but gunners haven't asked for it. I'll see about getting a cache of medical supplies to your people. I'd ask that you spare anyone that surrenders, but I know it's out of my hands.
Oh wow, just missing all the player voice. So I think, you know what's funny is this might have been...
I wish you luck. For what it's worth, I believe you're on the right side of things.
So it was funny, when we were packaging up Chapter 2 to, like on launch day, that is when I learned about Xbox had a... not only was there, like, the 2 gig limit for players, but there was a 1 gig limit on a single mod file. And I didn't know about that at the time, and like Chapter 2 was over a gig. You know, it's now trimmed down to 750 or 800 megs or something, but at the time it was a monster because I had no idea that there was this limit. So then on launch day, I'm like frantically getting rid of files, like, oh my god, we can't launch today on Xbox. And I think we just like killed a bunch of random voice files just out of like, at least they'll at least get subtitles on the screen they can play. And I'm betting that some of those random player voice files were part of that. Okay, so now I should be able to
a little
continue the quest
awkward,
line.
but he's got a good heart and a sharp mind. Oh, hey. I did promise to set aside a reward for you. Here. There's also a locker where we stash what we took off the bodies as well. You're free to it. Oh, and more importantly, here's some schematics for your ASAMs. I composited them from the hospital records on sanitation.
Thank you.
No, thank you. With your tech and initiative, every settlement can now have proper health measures. It might not see immediate return, but trust me, in the long run, it'll make a big difference for survival. That's all I had. Cersei is out right now, but I can patch you up if you need.
Anything else need doing?
Work is never done. I'm a bit busy with some of the pre-war diagnostic machines, seeing if I can get them up and running. Everyone else has been really busy getting this place set up and secure. Maybe you can check in with them, see if they need anything.
Oh, I thought we had a crash there. It was just a delay. All right, check on Raph, check on Cassandra. Cool.
I should get going.
Okay, let's track this. Prophecy Forge just picked up Bard's College in East Empire. Getting ready for a Skyrim playthrough. Fantastic. Yeah, I can't wait to start another playthrough from scratch. I had one that I started. When did I start that one? I don't know, like a year and a half ago. And then I got busy and shelved it, and it's so fun to just start over. I could start that game over and over again every week and have a good time. Alright, let's make sure that... Okay, this is tracked. Grab the loot from the locker. Don't mind if I do. Oh, unlock sanitation. Now you can cover all of your buildings in antibacterial gel. And sanitation needs a buff. The sanitation building class needs a massive buff. It is just it's so underpowered now. And like the original design of the hygiene and pollution system was to try and make people have to balance how much industrial and everything they build before they start doing sanitation, but in reality it's not fun. It's not fun to have to do that. So I think sanitation is gonna get like a massive buff. I don't know what it's gonna be, but it's gonna be... I'm gonna go take the pendulum in the other direction, go too far with it, like make it so it's like you can't get diseases or something. Because it needs a big giant buff. Alright, where's this locker? I need supplies, please. Here we go. Not the best loot, but I'll take it. Hey. There's no radios allowed on this. So good news, Lydia Proudmoore fans. The voice actor has returned from the dead. In reality, it just happened to get in touch with each other. And she recorded a bunch of dialogue that we were missing. So there's some of you who have gone deep on it know that there's a lot of flirt lines. So there's maybe some payoff for that coming in a future patch here.
Oh, hey. Was wondering if you'd be stopping by. Listen, I got an escort errand to run. If you're interested in coming with, won't take long.
What kind of help do you need?
Fiona pulled some.
Oh yeah, he's got the shiny scarf.
Supplies, water, parts, tools, whatever.
It's how you. That's their actual faction identity.
I'm not one to get all
shininess.
For delay, but I'm itching for something to do.
It's something weird with the way Nero does his texturing. Is why all the stuff that he's done has this weird glow on it. His stuff basically demands that the what do you call it? The normal and spec maps are there, and since I removed them on Xbox, all that stuff messes up. This is actually one of those things I need to ask Shadow to take care of. He's a modeler on the kinggath creation side who has started poking around and making some cool stuff for some settlements. So I should ask him to take a look at these and see if he can fix them. Because I'm sure it's fixable. Because none of our other outfits and clothing, other than Algernon's power armor for a while had that. But I think I fixed that as well. Does Algernon's power armor is it still shiny on Xbox? Anybody know? Monitor team full on wanted help with settlements. They are buggy. Yeah, I have
Sure thing.
Caravan was coming by way of Diamond City.
a conversation
See if
with
we're out
Callum, and we're gonna
If we check
connect
the street
sometime
west,
next month
we'll probably run
to
into
like in the
if
early
we're
part of
lucky,
next month, not as in
there's
like,
something
oh,
to
it's
shoot
weeks
on the
away.
way.
But he was going on
You
vacation
take
or
point.
something. So
I'll watch your back.
sometime next month, he and I are gonna sit down for a chat and figure out if I can help them. And bare minimum, I can point them in the right direction of, you know, who they should talk to get things fixed, what exactly the problem
Be
is.
careful out there.
I'm sure it'll be fixable. I'm sure it's just some oversights somewhere. Because I know they worked with some people who are pretty good with
I don't know if those straps will hold him.
settlement
Then
stuff.
go fetch Raphael to pin the patient down. Or ready another dose of sedative.
No! No, we can't keep sedating him. It can't be good for the patient. And we should give Raphael a break. He's already done a lot.
Oh, you think yourself more capable of wrestling with an unruly patient. I can't tell if that's arrogance or misplaced compassion.
Misplaced? After everything he's done for us? Just because he could have been hurt. All just to keep the rest of us safe.
Ellis, enough. Sulking has its place, but that place is not during a biopsy.
What you're doing out there, it's really something. And by that I mean impressive. It's...
Pardon me, coming through. Oh, I can see
Oh,
Anae's
yes.
piece. I just
Seems poor Ellis is
I have
at war
to
with
tab
himself.
over to Twitch chat
He so
periodically because
desperately wants to do the
it's
right
often
thing.
dead, whereas
The right
YouTube chat
thing
is
so often
is
elusive.
takes forever for me to catch up on.
You make decisions as
But
to
hello,
what's
how are
right
you?
and wrong daily, don't you? Tell me, this patient here, a raider by profession, most likely responsible for many vile deeds. In your opinion, is this patient better off dead?
The guy is probably a lost cause.
If we allowed him to die, it would free up resources to spend on other
Team
patients.
Shiny Necks.
Not to mention he's a danger, and we don't even know what's wrong with him. Even with treatment, he may die anyway. Well, fortunately for him, the Nightingales' first and foremost rule means we provide treatment to everyone. And to the best of our abilities. Let's just hope he doesn't break free of his restraints in the meantime. Ellis is struggling because he's confronted by too many options, but he's unable to embrace any of them.
What do you think?
I think Ellis is young and has a lot to learn. Violence especially seems to unnerve him. He tries to hide behind Nightingale teachings to protect himself. But despite appearances, the Nightingales are not pacifists.
The kid's smart. Smarter than you realize.
Oh, I know. He's also more headstrong than he first appears. Given enough time, I believe he'll find what's right for him. But enough about that. I'm glad you stopped by. I've heard you have a curious little gadget called a Vitomatic. Let me see it, please.
Of course. Here you go.
Thank you. Oh, and don't worry. I would never scan you without your consent. Now, let's see. As I thought. This little device is confused by post-war mutations. I've reset its scanning parameters. That should allow it to diagnose common diseases.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
You're welcome.
All right. Power armor's good on Xbox. Awesome. You're still waiting on an AR2 patch? Yeah. I actually was just chatting with Adelino the other day. Not about that, but just in general. And he's got some big projects in the works right now. I think he's waiting to wrap those up before he gets into something big like that. Because whoa, little delay there. Good old Xbox delay. But yeah, the patch that he wants to do for AR2 and some settlements will be not small. So, just a second. And there we go. Okay. So yeah, he's gonna do it still. I don't know what the timeline is though. And I was gonna save. I got distracted by a text message. Turn the Wounded Raider into Wasteland Ham. I don't have the cannibal perk. Slow motion save. Alright, let's see here. So now we're going to go check in the caravan. Cool. Workshop Framework is having import-export issues. So the one issue I'm aware of with Workshop Framework right now is in next gen it can't scrap wires because we lost that function. That was a function we were getting from Power Grid tools, which Registrator 2000 created and had given me permission to include with Workshop Framework, but he never updated it. I actually just messaged him about it like 2 days ago to find out if he's up for either updating it or convincing... Hello. Are we cool? Oh, this is probably one of the gunners that we cured. Uh-oh. No! No! That sound. Just a second. Alright, let's boot back in. The sound of death. There's crash number 2. We're still on track for that 1 per 15 minutes. Yeah, the death rattle for sure. Oh, do you get that sound on your PC, Surik? That is, to me, that is like a quintessential Xbox crash sound. Like once a game locks up and I know I'm heading to dashboard, it's always that's an Xbox thing to me. It doesn't happen anymore on Xbox X. It's interesting. Are you on Series X, like the newest thing? Although now, man, Microsoft and their crazy Xbox models, they just released like 3 more variations of Xbox. Like, it's so confusing. Depends on what causes the freeze. Tom Schalk Jake version of Big Bill Hells. Oh yes, I did. I did catch that. I'm excited to have a little Tom sketch to add to my collection of Sim Settlements memorabilia. On the fridge Xbox. There's literally, I was hoping you meant the literal fridge, because they did release an Xbox fridge. I saw it for sale at Target the other day. But it's unfortunately not the actual Xbox. I think that was a missed opportunity. They should have had the Xbox fridge be a fridge, but also an Xbox, and just let like the freezer part of it like help cool the Xbox. I think that would have been awesome. Instead of it just being a little mini fridge that's the same design style as the Xbox Series X. All right, I think we're finally back up and running. See, this is what makes it really tough with all the crashing. It's just how long it takes to recover. Like on PC, when you crash, you recover in like 10 seconds. This old Xbox, whew. You're the second person to mention monsters to me today, like in chat tonight. The last time I had a Monster energy drink, I thought I was gonna have a heart attack, and then I realized that, oh, I think there's like an age limit on these things where the effect is no longer what you want. I don't know when it happened, but those now just give me heartburn and anxiety instead of energy. Alright, where are we headed? Oh, I guess I can just fast travel over there. Cool. Coffee and monster at the same time. That sounds horrible. Wait, don't they have, well, they have those coffee flavored monsters, right? And I think that's what I tried last, because I'm like, oh my god, an energy drink and coffee together, I'm in. And then it was like, nope, that was a bad idea. That was a bad idea. Give me back my coffee. Okay, so far so good. Darking, hello, how are you? Oh, hello. That was loud. Oh. Oh, time to get... Uh-oh, are we crashing? Having a go... Nope. We're just going in extra slow-mo. Maybe we're crashing. It's hard to say. We haven't gotten the boo of death yet. I'm in downtown Boston. Anything bad, anything can go here. Come on, Feral Ghoulstalker, just die. Let us free from vats. We can go about our day. Yes, this one's feeling like a crash to me too. But the music sounds so good right now. I'm not quite ready to give up. You can give it a minute here. We'll just talk instead while we wait. Oldie Bew. Hey kinggath, I'm near the end of chapter 2. Should I wait until the big update you talked about before continuing chapter 3? That's not a terrible idea, but it depends on how much you like to play the game, right? Like if you're gonna, if it's not going to, or if you're gonna go play other parts of Fallout 4, keep yourself invested in your character and then wait. So some of the stuff we have coming up in the next big update will play really nicely in the middle of chapter 3. We're also reworking it so it also plays at the end. This was a bunch of content that was meant to be in at launch, excuse me, that got cut. So it was originally designed to happen throughout parts of chapter 3, and then now it's going to be able to play at the end for people who want to experience it without having to start over. So it definitely will feel cooler if you do it in the middle. So it might be a month before we have it out still. Like we're trying to get it out as soon as we can, but it's a lot of stuff. It's like a lot of moving pieces. It's not a particularly like long content. It's just a lot of stuff. I don't know how to say more than that without spoiling it, but it's some pretty cool stuff. Okay, now the combat music has stopped. I think we're dead, Jim. I think we're going back to... All right. Oops, stand by. Here we go. I'm on an Xbox One S, so like the second edition of the Xbox One. This thing is old. That's the other thing. So there was a time, and I had put out a request to everybody to be like, hey, does anybody have an old Xbox that they don't want anymore that they could send me? Because this thing for a little while just wouldn't work. It just wouldn't boot. And then I moved it to like a different desk, and then all of a sudden it started booting again. I just took a chance, I turned it on. So it could be that this Xbox is dying as well. I don't know. But it's like, it's hard to blame that when we know that Fallout 4 is problematic, right, on Xbox. So I don't know what the problem is. It's probably a mixture of all the things. I've got a dying old Xbox. I've got a save with almost 2 days played with lots of city plans running. It's just, you know, we're tempting fate here. Skywise, you see, I might have found a good saves for the city plan forget plot thing. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Have you ever had the game to refuse to load on the please stand by screen? Yes, that happens when you run out of script memory. So there is a arbitrary limit, and I'm sure it's one of those ones where like Bethesda didn't even realize that it was a problem, and it's built into their exe because there's now several script extender mods that fix it. And if you have enough mods that their total script property data exceeds 64 megs, the game refuses to load. It gets stuck on that load screen. We found this out when we first launched, what was it? The first City Plan Mega Pack way back. This was like 4 or 5 years ago, when we were doing the Sim Settlements 1 City Plan contest, and we finished the first season. And then we released a pack, and then all of a sudden tons of people couldn't load into their game anymore. And then so we did a bunch of research and figured out that it was this arbitrary limit, which is when Back Scrap Heap came out, and that eliminates that limit. Now so does Buff Out, also eliminates it, but presumably Bethesda will fix that limit at some point in other games. I don't know if they'll ever fix it for Fallout 4, although if they ever bring the verified creator program to Fallout 4, that'll be an opportunity to like ping them and be like, hey, could you please fix this stupid limit? Because it's a problem for mods, and if you want people to buy mods in your platform and stuff, they should be able to load as many things as they want. So that'll be that's always a positive when they are going to patch it, is we can try and get bugs like that fixed that are otherwise script extender required. And so if you get that thing where you're stuck with the little Vault-Tec loading, it's almost certainly that. You've got too many mods loaded that are using a lot of script data. And Sim Settlements is a big one because our city plans, the way all the city plan really is it's just a giant data structure of the positioning data of all those items stored as a script property. So it's a lot of script data. So if you get like 50 city plans installed on Xbox, you'll run out of space. You'll run out of script memory. Even on PC, it's the same thing. Just on PC, you can just go grab the script extender, grab Buff Out or Scrap Heap, which most of you are probably running one or the other if you're using F4SE, and then you don't have that limit anymore. So it's easy to bypass on PC. This guy was plaguing me for months. Export a plan. It doesn't remember the plot it should build. So with 2 plans and forgets, and that one that doesn't. Yeah, that problem has been in since SS2 launched, and I cannot replicate it reliably, so I have not been able to fix it. So it's just kind of been it's like a known issue that people who did the city plan contest would report to me constantly, and I think they gave up on reporting it because they thought I wasn't listening, but it was just that I couldn't make any progress on it. So I can only spin my wheels on a problem for so long before it's just like, this is maddening and I need to move on or I'm going to quit. So. Yeah, more space as well. That'll be like, even if you don't like paid mods, like that would be a silver lining, right? If they do something like that because of it. If they're just like, here, you have a bigger limit, like that would be pretty awesome. I've heard a lot of people say that even this 5 gigs on Skyrim is not enough for them on Xbox, and like they're asking for more of that, especially for once we launch Bard's College, because that's about 800 megs. And a lot of people are like, man, I would get this, but I'm at my limit on Xbox already, which is like, I was shocked by that because the mods on, like Skyrim mods generally, especially the ones on Xbox, are considerably smaller than those on PC. It's dead already? We didn't even make it through the fast travel? Yeah, it froze again. Here's what we're going to do. Hold on a second. We are going to turn off the Xbox completely. All right, let's see here. Let's reboot this puppy. Nope, I just turned off my controller. It didn't hit over enough times. All right, let's see. I know you guys can't see any of this. I'm just... Restart console. Restart. All right, let's let that reboot. It seems like it's just going to be a just chatting night instead. I'm going to get pinged by Twitch for false advertising of the game I'm playing. We're playing Windows Desktop today. I guess it would be Xbox Dashboard. That's the game we're playing. Check out what I've done on SS2 forums if you want me to try anything in game. This is soul crushing. So the thing is with like, if it won't remember the plots that it should build, like your plan will still generally function, and it will, as long as that information, the key is as long as the information is in the city plan, then if I ever figure out what causes the bug, then all of a sudden your city plan will work. So like I've told this to people who put a lot of effort in this, like people like Carvok and Gavman who do this like as their one of their primary hobbies. Like just go check, and I showed them how to check in there, and they've always said like, yeah, it's correct in the plugin. I can see that the correct building plan is listed there. So it is just a bug in the mod, and I don't know how to fix it because it's not repeatable completely. So it's most likely what we call a race condition, which means that multiple things are trying to touch the same piece of data at around the same time. And so sometimes it works. So likely it's something like my settings on my PC are such that it always happens in the correct order, but then for other people it sometimes happens in the correct order and other times it doesn't. And so when those two things are messing with the building plan, they're just like overriding each other. And that is really hard. That's a really difficult state to troubleshoot. So it's one of those things where it's not necessarily about your save. It's likely your save on your PC with your load order. And then on mine with my save, even with your save, like if I duplicate your save and load order, maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. But we've gone through this. I've tried it with other people's saves that they've said that they can replicate it, and it doesn't work for me. It doesn't replicate. So this is why it's been stuck like this. Because if I have a perfectly state that can replicate it on my machine, I can put in a bunch of debug stuff and I can see exactly where things are going off the rails. But that's yet to happen. I haven't had anybody able to send me that stuff. And like, this is not a new problem. Like, we've had this for years. So it is just one where I'm like, I could spin my wheels on it, or I could keep fixing other bugs and expanding features. And so eventually just have to move on. If this wasn't a mod, like if this was like a game where I had full access to engine code, I could put in the necessary debugging to actually find it out, but I can't. Like, we're just limited by what we can do in here. This is one of those things where probably if I was a F4SE scripter and I could and I knew how to step through the engine code, I could solve this, but that's outside my skill set, so I don't have a solution for it. I'm not gonna look at it, Skywise. I've looked at it so many times. It is to save my own sanity. You are not the first one to have this, so it is not about effort blowing this off. I'm just like, I'm in the middle of streaming. I'm not gonna stop and go look at this, because I know what I'm gonna find. But I would love to have this solved. It's a problem I've moved on from because I can't replicate it reliably. So it's nothing personal. This is a long problem that a lot of people have tried to work with me to fix, and we haven't been able to. Like, most likely what will end up fixing it will be if we start working with somebody who does do script extender stuff, which I haven't had a lot of opportunities to. I've worked with a couple people where we put out a bounty for specific things related to crashing, but putting out a bounty for something that's in SimSettlement's code would be rough because it's so much. What are you talking about, Skywise? You just said you're spending more effort blowing this off instead of glancing at it. So I'm not sure what else you want. All right, we're gonna move on from this topic. Was Doom Starfield mod your idea? I can't talk about it. I can't say anything. Other than the trailer's really cool, right? So like, once it comes out, I believe I can talk mostly about it. There's probably some things I can't say, but we'll just say there's an NDA around that project. All right, I think we're coming back into the game finally. The Xbox fully rebooted. Yeah, I'm excited for everybody to try that out. We put a lot of effort into that thing. It's small, but it'll be free. Yeah, I think something I will say in regards is one of the things I had the most fun when we were working on that was going and replaying Doom Eternal, because man, that game is sick. Chris Williams, hey King, thank you for everything. I've been working on a Spectacle Island build. I have roughly 150 people there, but the script has crashed in the game, and I'm 50% through my plan. Oh my god, how 100? Yeah, the game engine is not designed for that. So good luck. I hope it works out for you, because that would be really cool if you can make a city for 150 people. I've seen some pretty crazy builds people have put up on YouTube. 150 settlers is nutty. Maggie McDonald, thank you for subscribing. That's crazy. Does it crash 100% of the time, or is it just sometimes? Nick Carter, did Doom's goriness shock you when you first played it? Oh, not really. Well, I think it probably because I saw a trailer before I played it. So I'm sure it shocked me the first time they showed like a kill animation in Doom 2016. Because yeah, some of those are pretty intense. Oh, you're planning on going to 300? Wow. Yeah, it looks like we're not even able to load into downtown Boston. I think we're just crashed on the load screen here. I'll give it a minute though. We're having a good chat. So. Yeah, it was really cool that they ended their, because they did a little presentation at QuakeCon with they started with the Skyrim stuff, and they started off with our Bard's trailer, which was really cool, and then they ended their little segment on mods effectively with our Doom thing, which was really cool for our team at KGC, because they didn't know that was happening. Like I was told, so it was like a nice surprise for everybody there, and then. To hear and then when they cut away back to the showroom floor and you can hear the crowd going nuts for it, that was a really cool experience. Well, Chris, please, when you finish, find a way to send me a link to a video of your 300-person settlement if you get it working, because that would be really cool to see. Yeah, Prophet. Here in the idle lines, like you teleport into a crowd of 300 NPCs and blah 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 blah. Oh, I haven't got over the past time I had clean fingernails. It would just be your eardrums are going to explode. I remember somebody posting like a build of Sanctuary with over 100 people, and I was super impressed by that. So 300 is going to be wild. No, Mount Hunter, you missed. I can't get out of the load screen. Like I can't, as soon as I leave Mass Bay, it seems to be just locking up. All right, we might be pivoting over to start that Xbox Series X playthrough. Although I'm probably going to have to repurchase the game. Or maybe I'll just sign up for Game Pass. Because I don't know if I have it on there. Or is it shared across your account? I don't know how that works. Or maybe I can just drop the disc into the Series X. The Series X, because I have one, it has the disc, so it'll still run Xbox One games, right? Actually don't know. I've barely touched this Series X. I got it so that I could do Xbox testing for Starfield mods, and I've not really touched it other than that. Chicken Mike, thanks for shadow dropping BCE and throwing my entire August in disarray, getting a patch collection up. Well, thank you for getting the patch collection up. That is very, very cool. We tried not to shadow drop it. Like we were dropping on our Twitter account little videos leading up. Like every week we were putting up a new little video to show off the features, but I know not a lot, but we weren't like amplifying it, because we did want, when Bethesda told us they were going to put the trailer on QuakeCon, I was like, well, we can't beat that. Like that's the coolest reveal possible for us. So We didn't. We did not do another trailer before that of like with a launch date or anything because Bethesda said they were going to do that for us. So might be worth downloading Cheat Terminal to teleport out. What does Cheat Terminal do that allows you to teleport out? Is it like mark every location as you're allowed to teleport out of it? You have kids, Xbox Pass is worth it. My kids still don't touch Xbox. They are hooked on Switch games, and we have now a mountain of them to get through. I'm currently playing Kirby. I don't remember the name of it. All these I lost track of all the subtitles because we have so many Kirby games now. It is the 3D one where you can where you can swallow a car, whatever that one's called. That's our current game in the family. I don't know how much longer we've got left. I think we're in world 4 or 5. We're in like a desert island. I just played it earlier tonight. It was great. My original unmoved Xbox save has 256 heavily aimed armed prisoners. You can walk from Warwick to Sanctuary and not have to shoot a shot. That's great. Is there an entry that explains the options for captives after you capture a settlement, ransom for caps, interrogate for intel, etc.? There might be. I don't know if there's anything on the wiki, and if not, we could get it added. Carter, what was that game you were talking about one time with the future guy that went back into time? Medieval time was using future tech against the enemy. Oh, I think it's called Kingmaker. Something with king in the title. It looks freaking sweet. I hope that it comes out half as good as it looks. Okay. All right. Well, this seems to be toasty. All right. Well, here. Okay. I'll do one more try. We'll do one more try. And then we're going to move on. We're going to say that our save is finally toast. Because this will be 2 Xbox nights in a row where we got to do virtually nothing, thanks to constant crashes. It will be interesting to see if how it runs on a series. And I can make a not bad character this time too. Maybe you know what we'll do. We'll do. I don't know how we'll do that officially. That will be too slow. I was gonna say maybe we'll. Oh, you know what we should do? We should get some builds. Let me find a list of like Fallout 4 builds, and I'll let you guys vote for what build I do if we start a new character. All right, one more try. Let's load up Mass Bay here. Not sure about that. There was a list of locations set up in the holotape. Oh, I gotcha. So cheat holotape just lets you pick a location and teleport right there. That makes sense. You like Kingmakers, so the SS game will have time travel, right? I have no idea. We have been talking a lot about, like, there's certain features that when we eventually get to our own game of like features we want to lean into heavily. One for me that I really love that we don't do nearly enough in Sim Settlements, and there's not enough of it in Bethesda games, is, and it's just super minor. It's going to seem like, why is that something you really care about? And it's when the characters talk to each other, not just the player. When you just have like walking by and hear little conversations to see how characters are related to one another. I think I love that stuff so much. It makes the world feel so much more real and lively. 2013, I've been watching Zero Period Production running your Bard mod. Looks great. Yeah, it's fun. It's been really fun watching him do a playthrough of that. I know a couple other people who have playthroughs on the way, and I'm excited to watch those. It's really cool to see people shocked by the depth of it, and we're getting some good feedback too of like, yeah, that makes sense. I feel that like that's a reasonable take. It's good to get that feedback. Like, I don't know how much we'll change for it, because we're a lot of the stuff that we're doing for, well, Skyrim's a little more limited. We can't just do absolutely anything we want. There are certain limitations where it's just like, yeah, that's just for technical limitations. Like I watched his episode today, and one of the feedback points he had was it's a little rough picking insults because there's so many to choose from, and it's like some of that was just there's no great way to limit them from a technical perspective with just how simplistic the dialogue system is for Skyrim by comparison to Fallout 4. Like if it were Fallout 4, I could definitely do something where it was like, all right, you just get a choice of like 10 options for your retorts, and you just have to remember which of those. That would be super easy to do, but in Skyrim, whew, brutal. All right, I am back in the game. Now let's see if we crash again. Wonder if we less crashes on the current gen console. Well, that's what if this save is bricked. Like if we crash again right here, or if I crash, it's basically if I crash without getting any progress, we're gonna load up the Xbox Series X, and we're gonna start a speed run playthrough of SS2. We're gonna see how fast, how she runs. Ravens, if you looked in any more at getting BCE and Legacy of the Dragonborn patched. I believe that, well, if you mean like patched to have a space in the museum. So from what I have read on Legacy of the Dragonborn, there are enough people on that, I don't know if it's the dev team or the management team or whatever, that are so anti-paid mod that they have stopped all efforts for people to do that. And they even do issue takedown requests for people putting out their own patches for Legacy of the Dragonborn. So it's like they are very hostile over there, which is unfortunate. So as far as we'll have it patched to make sure that it's compatible, but as far as like getting a space in the museum, it looks like they are not interested in that. And it's funny because there's a post from, I think he did it on his blog recently, from Ice Cream Assassin talking about his thought on it. And he's like, well, we generally consider ourselves cathedral modders and not parlor. Like this is like a tricky situation. So I think it's a case of he's running into some like conflicts of ideology of like, I want to be a cathedral modder, but I also am, he's anti paid mods for whatever his reasons are. And I'm not saying they're illegitimate reasons. Everybody's got their reasons for stuff, but it is a point where it's like, okay, well now you've got a conflict where it's like, some people want this stuff to be in there and you don't like that stuff. So now what do you do when you're supposed to be you're trying to create mods? You know, he's one of the people that's very pro-cathedral, which is the idea of the cathedral modder versus the parlor modder. Is the cathedral modder wants to help players build themselves something awesome, right? You want to help give player, here's this thing I made, do what you want with it so that you can make your perfect game. And then the parlor modder is the person who is like, here's this thing I made, you can play with it for as long as I tell you you can, but I might take it away. It is, they're showing off their piece of art that they own versus I'm giving this to help build the church, help build your great experience. And so I think there's it's a tough, I'm sure he's in a tough spot there. I think the other thing though, more than the paid mods that I think has been a brick for them, is there's people who try to do patches and they do them poorly, and then that causes them a bunch of support headaches, which that I totally understand, wanting to put the kibosh on those. All right, I think we're toast, guys. So it was a good run. We made it up to midway into chapter 2. So now I'm gonna have to come up with a new description for next week. So let's eject. All right, you guys are gonna give me, I'm gonna like crawl around on the floor and move some cables around. Fortunately, I have all this stuff right on my desk. So we get to first find out, will an Xbox One disc run in a Series X? I'm gonna guess yes. If not, I'm sure it'll yell at me in just a second. Now I gotta switch over some cables. Give me a moment. Oh wait, I hooked it, never mind. I hooked it up to an HDMI switcher. Haha. I forgot I did that. All right, we'll load up Fallout 4 here. It's installing. Who's hostile? The folks who maintain the Legacy of the Dragonborn are, there's at least one person that I've seen. Again, this is, I don't want to like Wait, what is this? Oh, it wants to upgrade Fallout 4. Yeah, I guess we have to. Because otherwise I can't download the mods. There is, if you go read through some of the posts on Legacy of the Dragonborn, some of the people that are part of maintaining the mod are very, very aggressive against paid mods. And I've been told from others that they're actively stopping people from creating Legacy of the Dragonborn patches for paid mods, which is sad. Because we'd love, 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 love to have a space in the museum for, you know, put a East Empire relic in there, put the new repainted versions of the Bard's College expansion instruments, the beautiful blue paint jobs that Cynical did for them, stuff like that. A cadence rod. Yeah, bad LTD display patches break everything. Yeah, which is why I understand why they're like kind of put the kibosh on people releasing those themselves and not doing a good job of it. It's the same like whenever somebody puts out a mod for SS2 and they include one of our base scripts or include like some of our quests without just, you know, just doing an edit, like they actually include the whole thing. Like I have to go ask them to fix it because otherwise that becomes support nightmare for us. Your own museum with skooma and skeevers. Yeah, I don't have time for that. That'd be like somebody saying they're going to go build their own SS2. It's that is not a quick task. Yeah, I play on disc. I want to own my games. What's the quote? You will own nothing and you will like it. I don't want to. I can't be a part of that. I do in some cases. Like I pared down after a couple years of having Netflix. I pared down my DVD collection from. I used to have probably 500 DVDs and I dropped it down to like 25 because it was so much space on my shelf. But for games, I just finished. So we just moved to a new house a few weeks ago. And I'm still unpacking, and I unpacked all my games, and I still have my Xbox 360 games. Just a big old pile of them. All on disc. I can't get rid of them. Even though I have no... Well, actually, I do. I can play them because Microsoft has patched... They patched Xbox One to run them all at some point. Yeah, the PC games thing, that was another thing. I have, actually it's sitting right next to me. Here, while we wait for this to install, actually I can put this on the screen so that you guys can actually have something to look at, even though it's not particularly interesting. But you guys can see the progress now. So I have on my lap right now a giant binder that I thought was DVDs. You guys remember DVDs? These are pre-Blu-ray. Well, it turns out they weren't DVDs at all. It is my old PC game collection. This is every PC game that I've ever... well, it's not my entire life, but probably since I was 12. So, like 30 years of gaming history right here. Yeah, we're going to just let it fully install before we do this. So, I'm going to just read off some games. Let's go through history and we'll see. So, the first game in there, and they're in no particular order. I've got Neverwinter Nights 2 and Mask of the Betrayer. Fantastic game. Neverwinter Nights 2 was a lot of fun. Let's see. We've got Dawn of War. Which is a Warhammer game. Which one was this? I don't remember Dawn of War that well. I think it was an RTS. What else we got here? Oh, here's a crazy one. I don't know why or who got me into this, but I loved this game for some reason. Heavy Metal FAK 2, FAKK 2. Loved that game. Supreme Commander. Oh my god, I have so many hours in Supreme Commander. Deus Ex, the original. Fantastic game. Sacrifice. Does anybody know what Sacrifice is? I don't remember this game. It's from Interplay, though. Interplay and Shiny Entertainment. Let's see. I've got Medal of Honor Pacific Assault. Unreal Tournament 2K4. Oh my god, do I love this game. So many hours in there. I've got 3 copies of Quake 2 because my friends and I used to LAN party this. So I just kept all the discs because it was usually at my house. I've got the original Unreal. Serious Sam and Serious Sam Second Encounter. Star Trek Voyager Elite Force. I actually won that game. I don't remember how exactly. It was like a screenshot contest or something. I love Star Trek Voyager. No One Lives Forever 2. I think that's like, wasn't that, it's a spy game. I know that. That was like, was it comedy? Was it like Austin Powers like? I can't remember. Do I play Fallout on PC? I'm playing Fallout 4 tonight on Xbox. Generally, I play it on PC, yeah. But one of the reasons I started playing on Xbox is because a lot of people were wondering, like, hey, is it possible for SS2 to run on Xbox? And I was like, well, a lot of people have told me they finished it. Let's try it ourselves. Yeah, not all of these are winners. I just kept all my PC games. So, yeah, when I can't remember it, probably not a good sign for how good it was. Wheel of Time. Any of you guys... fans of the Wheel of Time series? They had this amazing PC game, first-person shooter, and you played an Aes Sedai that couldn't weave, and you could only use Terangriel, and it was awesome. I loved that game so much, and it even had multiplayer, and it was really the multiplayer was super broken. It was a lot of fun. Let's see here. We've got Medal of Honor Allied Assault. I think that was the first one, wasn't it? Or was one of the early ones. That came up before Pacific Assault. I used to play a lot of Medal of Honor. Quake 3. Quake 3 Team Arena. Quake 3 is why I mod today. I had played with love letters and stuff for that, but Quake 3, when they gave me like full source to the engine and like just that time of my life, it was just like the perfect timing. Oh my god, I did so much modding with Fallout or with Quake 3. Kudos on pronunciation. Oh, of some of the Wheel of Time stuff. I don't know if I got it right. Did anybody? I never watched the show to hear it spoken aloud. Oh, you know why I know the pronunciation is because I listened to a couple of the audiobooks. The guy who does the Tor Fantasy audiobooks, his voice is magnificent. We got Thief: The Dark Project. If you love an immersive sim, Thief is like the start of it all. Unreal Tournament. Oh, I've got 2K3 as well. Final Fantasy 7. I didn't even know I had this on PC. That's wild. StarCraft 2. Oh, the amount of hours I have in StarCraft 2. And actually, I have way more hours in StarCraft 1, but StarCraft 2 was one of the first games that I actually got into grinding the ladder. I don't remember how. I think I made it up to, I don't even know the ratings, but I think I made it up pretty high, like in the first couple of weeks, because the fun things when you start grinding ladder when a game first comes out, like as long as you're just dedicated, like you can make it to high rank, and then before all the strategies have been solved. So I made it up really high at the early days, and then people figured out the strategies, and I got wrecked. I remember used to do a Terran Rush strategy, and it was fairly easy to win a game in 10 minutes. So. We've got Diablo 2 and Lord of Destruction. So the year Diablo 2 came out, my neighbor had 2 computers, and I spent how old was I? I was really young then. It might have been pre-high school, and I would just go for the entire summer. And my friend's father worked the night shift. So, or no, what was it? He was either asleep or he wasn't there the whole time. So it would just basically like me and my buddy would just play Diablo 2 for like 10 hours a day for an entire summer. It was wonderful. My parents probably would not have appreciated if they knew that that's what I was doing with my time, but I grew up when they were just come home for dinner. That was like, now you go to jail, you do that. But back then, not such a big deal. I've got Warcraft 3. I have Frozen Throne, but apparently not the original Warcraft 3. I don't know I wonder if they made it so you didn't need it, or if I just lost the disc. Uncertain. Command & Conquer's Generals. I always felt like I had to like either Blizzard RTS games or who made Command & Conquer? Westwood. And you can obviously like both, but I always preferred Blizzard's style, the way they did it than Command. But I still played a lot of Command & Conquer. Tiberian Sun, StarCraft, and Brood War. These I have way more hours in than StarCraft 2. It's funny, in this binder, it clearly used to be DVDs, because I have there's little old pieces of paper that were they weren't like the movie sleeve, but like this one's just a handwritten slip that says The Mask. So I clearly had a copy of Jim Carrey's The Mask in this binder at some point. Age of Empires 2, Empire Earth. I love Empire Earth so much. Empire Earth is if you took Age of Empires and took it to the future. You just kept going. You're going to start out as cavemen, and then you just go all the way until you have mechs. Wonderful game. What the hell is this? I can't read. There's no name on the... Oh, I bet this is black and white. I think they did something wonky like that where they didn't write the name of the game on the disc. But it says Lionhead Studios, so that would track. Yeah, I think this is black and white. All right, how many of you play Magic the Gathering or are familiar with it? Yeah, Choo-Choo, I think that's secretly in my head what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to recreate Empire Earth in first person. All right, so there was an old Magic game called Duels of the Planeswalkers by Microprose. This is, what year is this? This is a Windows 95 CD-ROM. There's no way in hell I could load this into anything. And it had a game mode on there called Chandalar. And I feel like nobody has captured the magic that was Chandalar. It basically, it's like a isometric game, and you start out and you pick one of the 5 colors and you get a basic deck. And this was back when there were 4 sets to Magic. It was the original set, and then maybe it had antiquities and just some really old janky sets. But it had alpha cards in it. It had the Power 9 and stuff. And you were just on this overworld map, and there was these dark wizards had taken over these cities, and you would just go around the map and fight monsters, and it was random encounters, that you'd see a wolf on the map, and you run over to him, and then you would get into a Magic card game with this wolf, and you had to defeat him. And if you defeated him, you would get cards, but you also any damage you took during that fight would continue with your character. So then if you start out with 20 life and you took 3 damage in that game, you would only have 17 life when you left. So it almost had some roguelite elements to it. And you would go around the map and you would find more cards to increase your deck. You would find things to increase your health. You had to have food. And as you traveled, you would consume food. So it had a survival element to it. And then you would go to these towns and you could buy stuff from them. You could take little quests from them. It was totally ahead of its time. And nobody's made anything quite like that again. And I don't understand why. So I hold on to this game. I have I don't remember if somebody remade it or somebody put an emulated version of it, because I've played it within the last 5 years on Windows 10. But it's such a fantastic game. If you get a chance to play Duels of the Planeswalkers, highly recommend it if you like Magic. But that format is one where if somebody just copied that for a modern game, it would be amazing. If somebody just took Hearthstone or current Magic and then built that gameplay mechanism into it, it would be huge. Roller Coaster Tycoon. I think Roller Coaster Tycoon the sequel was way better, but the first one was great too. Deus Ex Invisible War, mediocre. Pool of Radiance. I remember liking this, but feeling it wasn't as good as most of the other D&D games at the time. Come on, Fallout 4, you can do it. Install. We still got a lot more games to go through here. Oh no, I'm almost to the end. Of this, I have a lot of blank pages in here. I guess I got to start filling them out. It's unfortunate we don't get discs anymore, right? Most of my network is in Magic cards. That's awesome. Ever heard of a game called Hunter and Hunted? That sounds familiar. Was it a 2D platformer where you like one person like set traps for the other or something? That's maybe I'm thinking something else. Oh, excuse me. Let's see. I've got Arcanum of Might and Magic of Steamworks and Magic Obscura. I could barely read that. Arcanum was a game that I love on paper and I wanted to love so much, and then I built the worst character possible because I tried to straddle the line and be like, I want to use guns and magic, and the game was specifically designed so that you couldn't do that. And then I think I got frustrated and quit. I have a pair of adventure games called Siberia and Siberia 2. I love point and click adventure games, and these were some of the last ones. These were made. These are pretty old. Of the time, but there used to be all the time. They would just come out like regularly, and then they kind of died off, and then this company kind of brought them back for a little bit. So I have fond memories of those. Baldur's Gate 2, Shadows of Am, love that game. And then one of my all-time favorite games ever, Grim Fandango. Speaking of adventure games, Grim Fandango, so good. The Longest Journey. That game, I think that was the first game I played from Funcom. And then when they pivoted over to now they do all MMOs, I was very confused. Because The Longest Journey is an adventure game. And then the next thing I know, they've created, since then, like 3 or 4 different MMOs. And now they're about to release the Dune one. Man, they started out doing adventure games, which is wild to me. And that is the end of my catalog. And that is definitely not all the PC games I played. That is just all of the discs that have survived over the last 30 years. I don't know where the rest of them are. It could be a case of gave them away, or they got too scratched up, so I threw them away. I don't know, but it's fun to have this. This is the type of stuff that, like, 10 years ago, if I had found this binder, I'd have given it to Goodwill. But now I'm all about that nostalgia. Hanging on to relics of my past. So that is going to travel with me forever, I think. Until, hopefully one day I give it to my kids, and hopefully they will appreciate it. Come on, Fallout 4. You can do it. I'm letting it do its full install, just so we have the best chance possible. 5,000 DVDs? That's wild. But good for you. Now that, when all the streaming services started coming out and made it so easy to have access, I think I've said it on this stream in the past where it's like, man, why do you hold on to all those DVDs? But then people have pointed out to me, well, like several times companies have just pulled movies from their catalog, or they've changed them, like actively like changed stuff about them, cut things or whatnot. And that's not cool. So I get why you'd want to hang on to it. Like to me, the fee, the $7 or $8 a month is worth getting back the house space for all the DVDs. But I do understand like them changing the movies or taking them away, like that changes the math a little bit. But Morrowind, so a lot of games I only played on console. When the original Xbox came out, I switched and became a console gamer for years. So that is probably part of where there's a lot of missing pieces, but there are definitely a lot more games. I had also, in high school, I was really into LimeWire and Kazaa and other things that predated the Pirate Bay. So there are a lot of games I just never needed a disc for. I do not condone that any longer, but when I was a teenager, I had no money, so I had to do what I could to get games. Fallout 4 is on GeForce Now. If you had it, you could play the game on their servers without installing it through Steam. I mean, I have the game on Steam. The whole point is to try and play it on Xbox. I want to actually, we're trying to see how Xbox handles Sim Settlements 2 is the goal of tonight's stream. Well, the goal, what I try to do is stream once a week, and we alternate between PC and Xbox. What usually happens is I go, 1 week PC, 1 week Xbox, and then I have a week off because there's just too much life. So it's like once a month I end up playing on Xbox. So tonight is Xbox night. We got to play on Xbox. Han Solo shot first. That's right. You have to win whatever backdoor deals these companies get up to. Yeah, it's such a bummer to lose access to things that you love or have them changed. Like that's especially like if you want to, you know, get a little bit of nostalgia or you want to share it with somebody else, share it with your kids or whatever. First games were text games on Commodores. I can't remember the first video game I played was, I'm sure it was like Nintendo. But I definitely had, I don't remember if we got this before Nintendo or after, but we had a computer that was a keyboard that plugged into a television set, and it had these big fat cartridges you'd stick in the side of it, and the cartridges would be your software and your games. So we had like a cartridge that was basically some like spreadsheet program that my mom used to use, and then I would pop that out and switch in whatever games I was playing. I don't remember what games I had. I remember I had Lode Runner. Any of you played Lode Runner? It was on Nintendo too, but I played it on this weird, I think it was a Tandy computer that just plugged in. It was like a keyboard that plugged into the television. But Lode Runner was, I freaking loved that game. It was because it had a level editor in it. And that was like my first experience with level editor when I was like 8 years old. And the goal of the game was to just go through and collect treasure. It was kind of like a Spelunky type game, but it was on one single screen because it was NES style, and you had a level editor and you had to go collect this piece of treasure. And I have a lot of hours in that game, and that's probably that probably planted the seeds of wanting to make games right there. Like that was the first thing I saw with a level editor. Second game that I played with a level editor, Excite Bike. Who thinks I should make Excite Bike in Starfield? Maybe that'll be the mod. I'll give you guys a bunch of, it'll just be a bunch of workshop items of ramps so that you can make courses in your outpost for your Rev 8 to drive around on. Could have been a Commodore VIC-20, maybe. Yeah, unfortunately, I was so young, I don't remember what it was. I remember I have a vision in my head of these big, fat, chunky cartridges. And I remember it plugged into a television. Started ripping my physical stuff to my NAS to make my own Netflix. That's a good idea. Save some space. Make it easier to get access to. Not have to risk ruining your discs. Lode Runner 1 and 2 on Apple II with level editor. Awesome. Awesome. Well, hopefully we get the tools for Starfield to make custom vehicles with like their own physics and such, and not just because right now everything that's come out has just been a reskin of the Rev 8. But man, I hope that they gave us the tools to make our own custom vehicles. Have a space motorcycle. Or I think I've heard somebody, I don't know where I heard that somebody joked that you should turn Vasco into a vehicle. You should just sprout wheels and just jump on his back, ride him around. Ramps for Starfield, the ultimate build kit. That's all we need. But we need it in a way. We need like to greatly expand the workshop area. I don't know. Has anyone already released a mod that just uncaps the build area on Starfield? It'll just let you build wherever you want. Because it was like one of the first mods we got for Fallout 4. Boulder Dash on Atari had a cool level editor. I can't hear the word Boulder Dash anymore without thinking of the board game. I'm trying to think about it. Oh no, I moved all the board games. I used to have them in my office, but I moved them. We have this in our new house. We have this like big built-in for a television, and it has just cabinets everywhere that I think people used to use for movies and stuff. And so we just decided to turn it into the board game space. Well, Boulder Dash is a board game. I guess it's a card. Is it a card game? I don't remember the format. I haven't played it in ages. Let me see here. But it's like a wordplay game. I think it's spelled differently though. It's not Boulder like, is it like Balder? B-A-L-D-E-R. Yeah, B-A-L-D-E-R dash. So I guess it's Balder? I don't know. Whenever I see pronunciation keys, I don't know how to handle them. Like, how do you, what does this mean? Like, does anybody understand, anybody here? I know some people do. Obviously, somebody invented this, but like, what does this mean? How do you read that? I don't know. I'm pasting it in the chat. Okay, Twitch just rejected my chat pronunciation key. All right, we're getting there. We're at like 80% on the install of Fallout 4. Yeah, fixes the issue of losing your companion being in the way at the same time if he becomes your vehicle. Sinister One, I used to make a gamekeeper back when those existed. I know and played all those family party games. Oh, nice. Oh, there's a game I'm missing the disc for that I played a metric ton of is Dungeon Keeper and Dungeon Keeper 2. That's so sad to be missing those. This is just a reinstall, Squeaky Wolf. I'm actually installing on a Series X. So at the beginning of the stream, we were playing on an Xbox One S, and I got my save to a point where if I walk outside, the game crashes. So save is toast. So now we're gonna try on a Series X. See how we do. Twitch didn't like because you didn't do / commands or slash commands in it. Got it. Bowl, like bowl of soup, dash. All right. Dungeons series is the same as Dungeon Keeper. Oh, that's awesome. Nick, did you play Leisure Suit Larry games? I did. Yes. played an embarrassing amount of those games. It was adventure game plus adult content. That was like crack to teenage me. Wait, going back to the computer that plugged into your TV, did the cartridge plug into the side of the keyboard? It did. It may have been a Commodore. I feel like it wasn't, but because I know my parents, and they would have tried to find like the knockoff to the Commodore. That's why I don't think it was it. I think they were big into like off-brand stuff to save money. Kez, have you not heard of Leisure Suit Larry? They weren't even like now there's probably adventure games where they're just full on porn games. I think Leisure Suit Larry was just a lot of like innuendo. I don't think there was anything actual adult in them. Squeaky Wolf, I found out something on the Series X. I can run almost all the settlements with multi-level Rise of the Commonwealth before it gave me trouble. Well, that's good to know. I'm not even trying to I wasn't even trying to go crazy with city plans or anything. I was just trying to get it all the way through the story. But as soon as I get to downtown Boston quests, it's just my game is not having it. So I think it's a combination of save file with a lot of hours, going to downtown Boston. The Xbox One I have was actually having trouble before I started the playthrough, and I was a little worried that it was gonna die midway through, but we made it pretty far. So other adventure game series, I mean, basically all the LucasArts stuff I was into, and the well, actually this one, I think this might have been them originally. Sam and Max, the cartoon dog detective and crazy white rabbit, and then that got rebooted by Telltale, and the Telltale ones were pretty good too. Yes, Guybrush. For those of you who love Guybrush, if you're on the fence about purchasing Bard's College expansion, we hired Dominic Armato, who voices Guybrush, and he has it's a little more than a cameo. He has a quest in Bard's College expansion. And that is the type of stuff that I am so excited we get to do now. Like being able to work with SAG voice actors is such a crazy, like, bizarre experience. Oh man, I want to play Myst, and I see they just redid Riven as well in VR. That sounds like it would be like a heavenly experience to me. I need to do that. I have a VR headset around here somewhere. I have a couple actually, because I got really into VR when it first came out, and bought multiple headsets, and they've since just rotted in my closet. Hopefully they still work. What's SAG? One of them unions? Yeah, it's the biggest actors union. So most Hollywood actors are in it. A lot of voiceover talent are in it. And generally people who are, once they join a union, they won't do non-union projects anymore. That's not always the case, but so we reached out to, I don't remember how many, but a whole lot of the original Skyrim cast to see if we could hire them to do things. There's some limitations on how we can do this because we can't. So in order to hire a voice actor to voice a character that did another game, we have to get permission from the IP holder, but we can still work with the voice actor. They just can't voice the same character. So that is why you will see, like, the characters that we hired back old voice actors for, they're named characters now. They're not adding more content to their existing characters. Before we got too deep into Bard's College, we were not approved by the union, and so there were some of the voice actors who worked with Skyrim who were interested in working with us, but because we weren't a union project, they declined. We then later became a union approved project, and so then we could have gone back to ask them, but at that point we were like too deep into production where it was like we can't go back and add more content for those folks. So but it's good to know for future projects we do in Skyrim, we'll be able to reach out to those folks and try and get it back. So likely we'll have a bigger cast of returning Skyrim voice actors in the next project we do. Yeah, Riven in VR, and I hear it's like an amazing experience too. I read a review of it when it came out. But yeah, I want to go play both of those in VR. It sounds like those games were so trippy and so isolating, and that was their design, right? They were designed to make you feel like you're isolated, and I feel isolated in VR. So if there's a game that plays into that, I can't think of a better one than those two, Myst and Riven. So those should be a really trippy experience to do in VR. Squeaky Wolf, also that Ultra Shine is still there. I take it that texture error is a thing that's been enjoying the creation. Yeah, the shiny texture on all of the Nightingales. Yeah, I'm positive it's fixable. I just have to find the right person to fix it. So, and we actually have somebody on our team now who I think can fix it. I just need to toss it over to them and show them the issue, and they'll be able to take care of it. But it's tough to test too. We have the problem of to test on Xbox. Oh, it's done. Fallout 4 is installed. Because now we have to go in and hold on. I'm gonna switch you guys over to the standby because as soon as it starts playing the music, but I'm gonna just install. I'm gonna have to log in. Excuse me. I have to log into my account as well while we're talking. So good night for chit chat. But also Squeaky said, been enjoying the creations you made for Skyrim. Bard's College expansion is next on my list of things to get. Cool. I think you're gonna like it. It is the most polished piece of content we have ever created on this team. Like, I love Sim Settlements to death, and I would be happy working on this till my grave, but it is made by so many people over so many years, and our skill levels changed dramatically during that time that it is a mixed bag of quality on the different content. Like, I think the main quest is really solid, and then there's a lot of side stuff, and there's a lot of little jank. And we did not allow any of that in Bard's College. It was like, it has to, I mean, if it's in there, it's because that's how the base game of Skyrim does it too. And we're like, well, we can't break that pattern because that's what Bethesda did. Whereas Sim Settlements, we kind of changed the pattern in a lot of places, and we are working with volunteers. We there was, it's the John Hammond quote from Jurassic Park. We spared no expense. Was the way with Bard's College, whereas SS2, we don't have any money, so we have to spare all the expenses. We actually have a fair amount of money thanks to Patreon, but it's a different beast. It is a different beast. Let's see here. I am trying to log into the mod system, and I'm gonna have to remember. Oh, it just logged me right in. I didn't have to. This is a different account though. Okay, so I'm gonna have to search this stuff up. Let's find out how bad the search is on. Oh wait, no, we need Workshop Framework first. Man, I wish I had a keyboard plugged into this thing right now. Can you guys hear that click, click, click? All right, framework, and then search. Results for Workshop Framework. Everything but Workshop Framework. There's a Workshop Framework Settlement Blueprints, which is not it. There's the script override. This search sucks. There it is, found it. All right, let's favorite it so we don't lose it. Download. All right, we need HUD framework now. So this my Series X is on a different account. It's like my account that I use for testing official creation stuff for the VC program. So it is not connected to all my SimSettlements uploads. All right, let's just try doing HUD frame. Ravensworth, any thoughts on collaborating with Chris Takahashi or Skyrim? Is he even still modding? He works for Bethesda now, so he is not allowed to mod anymore. But I talk to him all the time. He and I are friends now. HUD framework, there it is. Favorite, download. And if I could, actually, I wonder if I can mute the sound on this so that you guys can, oh, you know what I'll do? Hold on a second so you guys can see me searching for mods here. So there's a little something on your screen. If I go, all right, let's scroll this down. Let's click Xbox. Let me just mute my Elgato output. Oh wait, no, I know. We'll do mute desktop so I can hear it and you guys can't. There we go. Now you guys can see me desperately searching for mods. Whoops. And I forgot to I hit the wrong button there. Now I gotta wait for it to reload. I don't mind being the shiny guy, the shiny fix guy's assistant. Need a Bluetooth keyboard for that Xbox. I didn't even know that was an option. I thought they didn't want keyboards hooked up because it gave people an advantage. Keyboard and mouse hooked up because it gave them an advantage in certain games. Search. All right, now we can grab some settlements. Oh, actually, you know what? I have like a secret code typed in. Let me see if I can remember what it is. I think it's, what is it? What did I type in? There's like, I have like this little code. Hold on a second. I have this little code that I hid in the description to make it easier to find this stuff. Bethesda.net. Little secret tip here for finding some settlements on Xbox. And this was advised to me by somebody there as a way to bypass this issue. And it works. Let's see. Mods, Sim Settlements 2. Let's see if we can find it. You know, this will be easier for me to just log in. All right, let's get my mods. All right, I'm gonna find this. Sim Settlements to Xbox One. if I look at the bottom of the description, SS2 Beth key. So I put the word, if you search for BETH key, you will probably find all my stuff. Actually, let's test that theory. How do I go backward? I'll see if this will find it. See if anybody else uses that exact same search term. Zero results found. Okay, let's add the full thing. SS2. I might need. I put it in brackets. I might have to search for the brackets too. I don't know how smart this. Oops. Key. Search. Zero results found. Okay. Let's add in the little brackets. Hopefully it's not also case sensitive. And then I think I have a closing bracket. So like that. There it is. It comes right up. Pain in the butt. I gotta do that, right? Let's see here. And then we're gonna go look for. So what you actually want to do if you want to play, if you want to play anything on Xbox, you need to just go to Bethesda.net, click in the little, they call it a hamburger chart. I don't know why, but the little stacked white lines in the top left corner, and then you're down in the bottom left. They'll say Creations of Mods. Click on Fallout 4, log in, link your account to your Xbox account, and then just favorite everything on the Xbox site. That is the only way this is worth it, because the search in the game is abysmal. It's amazing anybody plays any mods that don't just pop up at the top of their screen. There's a little keyboard that plugs into the front of your controller. Oh, all right. Yeah, I'm using the D-pad to type. Yeah, the search it's insane that they have. Hopefully, again, they'll fix it one day if they want people to actually use these platforms for stuff. I'm not a big fan of the interfaces in any of the games for the mod screen. The mod screen, none of them are great. They all feel very cluttered, and the search is bad in all of them, and there's not good filtering. And I come from a web development background, so we spend like an extraordinary amount of time making websites user-friendly and things like that. So these feel like sins to me. I'm not in charge over there. Yeah, when I searched up Sim Settlements 2, it gave me everything but Sim Settlements 2. What was funny and what started me doing that little secret code in there is, for a while, before SS2 came out, if you searched for Sim Settlements without the 2, the original Sim Settlements would not come up in search. There were so many mods that referenced Sim Settlements in the description that came out after it that those would all come up first. So then I had to do this. This little, just hiding these little keys at the bottom of the. Ah, crud, hit the wrong button. That's so frustrating. I'm going to redo it all. All right. Well, thank you guys for being here with me to suffer through Xbox. All right. And then click A. There we go. Now we got chapter 2. I don't have to sit and wait for this, but I just feel like I'm poking the bear to not just let it download. Oh yeah, no, Ken, it is not just you. This is I get at least once a week, somebody who DMs me on Facebook or the forums or Nexus saying that they can't find the mod on Xbox. And then I always just tell them to got to go log into their website, and the search isn't that much better, but in Xbox, it limits the search results to 100, whereas on the browser, it will show you all the results. So you can literally search for a thing that exists in the mods in game, and it won't show up because it can only show you 100 results. Xbox controller keyboard example. Oh, cool. Fortunately, it's very rare that I have to type anything on there. All right, 91%. Here we go. I'm trying to think if I need anything else. I think just the 3 chapters. I mean, I kind of want to grab Rise of the Commonwealth for the city plans, but I think if we're just worried about speedrunning story, it's not really that important. I can just use the basics. What? What? Let me see. Maybe this isn't enabled. No, that's enabled. That's enabled. Chapter 2, enable. Oh, I'm missing Automatron. I got to go install it. Okay, we'll do that in a second. All right. Oh, you know what? I probably have to buy them again on this account. Fine. I'll probably just end up buying the whole collection or something. Let's see then. Sheet 3. All right, so I'll have to hide my screen again because I'm probably going to have to punch in a credit card here. And there's chapter 3. And you'll favorite it too. All right, once it's done, hopefully it will. Yeah, I guess it's not gonna. I was gonna say hopefully it'll detect my ownership, but it probably would on my if I logged out of this account, logged on my other one. But I need to keep the 2 separate accounts. Don't trust us. Everybody type in your credit card numbers into chat. Kez promises not to use them nefariously. The few times you need to use it is why you have it. Yeah. Yeah, if it was something I had to do on the daily, I would definitely fork over the cash on it, but has not become irritating enough, or it's not frequent enough where the irritation drives me to spend any money on it. $100%. All right, and now we get to find out. Yeah, let's find out what the purchasing experience is for DLC in Fallout 4 in 2024. All right, so we need to go to add-ons. I just earned reward points. Have you guys seen this thing? As you do play Xbox, gain achievements and stuff, you start getting reward points that you can turn in for like games and gift cards and stuff. Pretty bizarre. They just want to pay you to play. All right, so let's switch back over to standby while I figure this out. All right, so I know I'm gonna have to close the game out because they don't make it easy for you to purchase. You can't just like click on this and just hit purchase, which is absolutely bonkers to me. Like, how is that a thing? You can't purchase. I don't know. Okay, let's go to manage games and add-ons. Maybe it'll let me purchase it from that. See in Microsoft Store. All right, let's see. But where is... There's videos of all the deals of the add-ons. I think I'm going to end up... It's going to be better off for me to just purchase the Game of the Year edition of Fallout 4 than it is probably to buy the individual DLC. Because, yeah, it's 15 for... Let's see, it's Nuka World 10 plus Far Harbor 15. I guess I only need to buy Automatron. So then what would it cost to get all the DLC here? 15, 25 plus Automatron 10, 35, 40, 45, 50. So you save $10 doing it that way, and then I actually have a digital copy of the game, so I don't have to use the disc. Or I can buy the season pass for 35. Yeah, I'll just buy the Game of the Year edition. And it probably comes with the Creation Club. Some of the Creation Club stuff, doesn't it? Wait, there's a little asterisk. Why is there an asterisk on that? I don't like that. All right, hopefully it'll still accept my install I just did off the disk. Intruder, you mentioned something about Bethesda site and a hamburger to find mods. Yeah, if you go to Bethesda.net and then go to the top left corner of the site, there's like the little 3 white lines. It's called a hamburger menu. Click on that, and then on the menu that pops up, there's a creations and mods section down at the bottom. And that is where you should go. All right, let's install all the add-ons here. Save changes. There we go, installing Nuka World. Let's see how good my internet connection is. Let's see. Tony, is the Fallout 4 good to update these days? I haven't updated since the trouble with the update killing F4C. I wouldn't bother. I don't think it's worth it. I think it actively makes your game worse right now. I mean, I'm still hopeful they'll fix it, but you know, people have talked about there's like the texture stuttering. Not even that, because I haven't really experienced that myself. My issue is that all this new CC stuff you get pops up in your quest log immediately, and with no immersive explanation, and it ruins the feel of the opening few hours of the game, and that to me is a shame. Like, because I think the Fallout 4 the first few hours are actually really well done. I know it gets tiring playing through that intro because it's so long, but for a first experience with it, it's actually very nice. It's a nice vertical slice of what you're going to do in the game, going from the pre-war up until you get Sanctuary. Like that during that period, you get to experience pretty much every part of the game. All the combat, power armor, you get to see a lot of different enemy types. You get plenty of level ups to try out a bunch of perks, and then you get a settlement to end it all. So it's like it's a nice little slice of Fallout 4 to teach you the game and show you what's different between it and Fallout 3. And they ruin that nice little experience, and even has just enough feeling of like isolation before you find any humans. I don't know. I really liked the way they did it, and then now all of a sudden you just get a bunch of random quests popping up telling you to chase down these things you should have no recollection of or no idea about. Better to use the GOG version for Fallout 4. Yeah, this is like now probably the 4th copy of Fallout 4 I've purchased, so I own it now on... No, I think more than that. I've purchased the game way too many times. So I now own it on Xbox on disc, Xbox Series X as a digital copy. I own it on 2 different Steam accounts. Fortunately, this is a business expense now. Sarek has gone mad with power. Are you stealing everyone's credit cards? What's going on here? Ralph Brennan was browsing Nexus mods of Fallout 4. Thank you again for the amazing work with Sim Settlements. Thank you for saying as much. I hope you enjoy it. And we've got a really big patch coming up soon. I actually worked a lot on it today. I had to keep buying Fallout 4 just talking it out of that jacket. Yeah, he wants a kinggath Creations jacket. Did you guys see our team jackets on that video? Hey BV, how's it going? I do indeed. I'm actually I'm trying to purchase the brand so that I can manufacture them myself, because the person that I had do them the first time is no longer available. So I have not found anybody else who can do it. There's an interview with some of the folks on our team at Bethesda on their they just tweeted out. It's on their website right now. If you were to go to Bethesda.net, it should be one of the news items there. And Sarik and Sagittarius are both in the video rocking some our Todd jackets, as we call them. We got some leather jackets that reminded us of Todd Howard's infamous Fallout 4 presentation jacket. They are Todd jackets, but we have co-opted them. They are now our jackets. They've got our the KGC logo on them. You weaseled out of a face reveal. Yeah, face reveal. It's going to take a lot more than that to get a face reveal out of me. Not even, only like maybe if maybe after we release our first real game. So in like 7 years. I think that you all would become disenchanted with kinggath if you had a face to it. Even if I was the most beautiful man in the world, you'd still just be like, nah, I preferred not knowing. The mystery was better. You guys got a hand reveal out of me. Right? See, Kez knows what's up. Bad enough you saw my hands. I'm a real person. Cynical was disappointed in a team meeting the other day to find out that I sleep. It's better to believe that there's a little magic behind the curtain. Secretly, he's a crab. We're still working on the plan for how I'm gonna deliver on that Charity Day promise of voicing a crab king. We've got a plan. We've got a plan in motion. Choo-Choo, did you see Keanu Reeves' voicing Shadow in the new Sonic movie? I just showed that trailer to my 7-year-old this morning, and he about lost his mind. Maximum Crab. I'll never do it justice as well as Mike did for Shady Motives. All right, we're down to just Far Harbor left to install. Almost done. We might actually make it through the intro tonight. Keanu Reeves is voicing Shadow the Hedgehog in the new Sonic movie that's coming out this December. All right, 4.0 out of 4.3 gigabytes. We're almost there. Oh, I was going to look up. All right, everybody start shouting out like general build ideas for Fallout 4, like character builds. And I'll grab a handful of them and we'll make a poll and we'll see what we're going to play tonight. Because I'm not great at making builds, as you guys have witnessed. I either do Stealth Archer or I just start picking random perks and I make a bad character. All right, now I gotta remember how I do a poll. Hold on, here we go. Start a poll. All right. Ask a question. New FO4 build. All right, let's see here. We've got melee. Melee murder hobo is not necessarily the full build. That's how I would play the game as well. So melee, an easy one. What is LMB? Sledgehammer, LMB only. Sledgehammer only sounds funny. Heavy weapon guy. All right, that's the all fours build. High charisma and rifles. I think high charisma rifles is pretty much that's Fallout 4's equivalent to Stealth Archer, right? The classic. You skill check everything, and if you can't, then you just shoot it from far away. We'll put it down. Charisma sniper. It's classic. Power armor focus. Demolition man. Can I? Oh, I can't do another one. All right, I'm running out, so we can't. We're gonna cut something. All right, we're gonna focus on combat style. All right. So we're gonna go with. Are we gonna do melee, heavy weapons, sniper, or demolitions as our focus for combat? Here we go. Let's see what you guys do. These are not great builds, by the way, because we should be thinking about like a VATS build or a stealth sniper build would be more realistic. But let's see what you guys say. Sniper taking the lead by a long shot, because it's always the best build in Bethesda games, right? You just sneak around. Get that 3x damage on opener. It's hard to beat. VATS does suit me well. I am not a crack shot, as you all know. Okay, well, while you guys are voting, I am going to figure out how to get in the game. Sniper with a strong lead. Heavy weapons and demo are neck and neck. If those of you on heavy weapons and demo team up and pick a lane, you guys could beat Sniper. All right, let's see here. Make sure add-ons are installed. Looks correct. Go back to the mod screen, and now we should be able to enable chapters 2 and 3. Enable. Enable. Okay, I think that's all we need. I'm trying to think if I need any other mods right now. I don't think so. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna grab cheat terminal, because there's so many times where I get stuck and you guys are like, just use cheat terminal, and I don't have it. So let's just get it. It's small. Yeah, sorry guys. Polls on YouTube if you were looking to vote. We will leave it up until until we get to the point where I got to choose my stats. Let's see. So I need to search for cheat. There's a lot of names. I gotta search more specifically. There's a lot of things with cheat in the name. All right. So is it called cheat holotape? What is the specific name of it? Does anybody know? Cheat what? Cheat terminal? Cheat holo? Cheat terminal is what it's called. All right. Looks like heavy weapons is creeping up right behind sniper. Cheat terminal. I'm gonna need you guys to help me with stats if we get to anything that's not typical for me. In fact, probably just in general, I could use help picking stats. Or I'm going to end up with all 4s. I don't know who suggested that, because I'm not against it. Okay, cheat terminal does not reveal cheat terminal as the first search. How is that just not a thing, right? If you get an exact match, that should be at least the first result, and then after that, I can understand how it might be questionable about what the next. All right, where is this? Yeah, I'm still like I'm on like the 3rd page now, scrolling through here. Still no sign of cheat terminal. There it is, cheat terminal Xbox One with 110. Whoa, no, it's got 1 million favorites and 110,000 ratings. That's crazy. 1 million favorites. Yeah, it's called cheat terminal, but you have to to find it, you would need cheat terminal space left bracket Xbox space 1 right bracket to find it with an exact match. Okay. I think we're ready. We are ready. Hold on, let's get this up on screen now. Transition. Okay. Brand new character on Xbox. We're rebooting the Xbox series. It's happening right now. In fact, I'm going to record, because now that I have a new video editor, we might be able to do an edited version of this playthrough. Here we go. Brand new Xbox character. And it looks like we're doing heavy weapons. You guys won the poll. I know I said I would go till character creation, but now that I'm kind of recording an intro for a potential video series, and we're speedrunning, so we got no time for dialogue. Oh, here we go. Well, we're not really speedrunning. We're just going to like, I'm not going to be doing hacks or any wall hacks or anything.
Never
but
changes.
we're not going to
You think?
worry as much about
Absolutely. Now get ready
showing
and
off dialogue or
stop hogging the
anything,
air.
unless I just get
Alright.
sucked into the sweet sounds of Tom's voice. And of course, oh, we gotta fight that radio. And you guys know me, I love Default Nate. It's my guy. All right, where's this radio? How do we kill it? I'm gonna kill the radio. Kill the radio. Kill the radio. Because I think these sounds are actually owned by Sony. There we go. Wrong button. Okay, we gotta fix my controls. Because I play a lot of Nintendo, so I need jump to be X. I mean A. You jump to, well, technically I guess on Nintendo it would be B, but that position, I need that position of where my thumb is needs to be jump. Or I can't do it. All right, let's see if there's anything else I need to change. Attack, that's correct. Aim, that's correct. And let's see, and then we want... I feel like this I want reversed, sneak and sprint. Hold on, I'll test. I might have to play with it for a minute to remember, which I like. Okay.
Ah, good morning, sir. Your coffee. 173.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Brewed to perfection.
Thank you, Codsworth.
Thanks, Codsworth.
Of course, sir.
Grognak the Barbarian in the Jungle of the Bat Babies. My favorite.
Sugar bombs. 100% your daily need of sugar.
Sugar bombs. 100% daily value of sugar.
Daily value of sugar. I blew it.
Saddle up Salisbury steak. Graded A+. Nuka-Cola. Ice cold.
Oh yeah, subtitles. Good call, good call. Let's get subtitles on. Display. On. We'll just turn them all on for now. Oh, difficulty. I guess if we're speed running, we go for easy. I'll just leave it on normal for now. Maybe we can change that later.
Made a sticky. I shall attend to young Sean.
You know, I was nervous at first.
Wait, did the smoke just go away when I drank it? I never noticed that before. Was that my imagination or did that really happen? No, there it is. It's just, you can't see it up close. It's just the way they have the effect rendered. Once you get to a certain distance, it goes away. Oh, that's the general is what makes it show up for just things that I'm passing by, right? So we don't want general on right now. Survival, no stop. I don't think there's nothing I can do to speed this up, is there? It's just kind of a wait. It's a wait game.
Hun.
Can you get that? It's probably that salesman.
And we gotta
That's for you
answer the
every
door for
day.
Todd.
Good morning. Vaultec calling.
Good morning.
Isn't it? Just look at that sky out there. You can't begin to know how happy I am to finally speak with you. I've been trying for days. It's a matter of...
Yeah, survival for me is like a speed run to quit the game. I hate the inventory system in this game. It's funny. We've had this discussion of that. I hate all inventory systems, but the giant list in the Bethesda games is it's really cool at first. Of like, oh, you can pick up everything, you get all this stuff, but then like the deeper you get into the game, it's just.
Then I'm glad you caught up with me.
Becomes more and more frustrating.
Oh, me too. You have... Now, I know you...
Yeah, right.
I'm here...
Sounds great.
Oh, I just need...
Sure. Let's
go it.
Splendid.
All right, now here's the second time we get to type with the Xbox keyboard. All right, we're gonna go with tried and true name that I know Codsworth will speak. All right, so we're doing heavy weapons. So what do I need, guys? What stats do I need to hit the appropriate perks as early as possible? Let's start with that. So I think I need high strength, right? Probably like a 6 or a 7. If anybody has a perk chart, they could assist me. Give me some thoughts on what I should grab for perk points. Limited carry weight with that. 7 strength is right. Okay. All right. Let me actually bring up another browser and I'll bring up a perk chart. And we'll see if I can, in case you guys don't have any device coming in fast enough for me to see. Perk chart, Fallout 4. All right, let's see here. Okay, I'm probably gonna want. I feel like if I'm going to specialize in this, I might have to get gun nut, even though I generally don't like it. Agility for automatic. So is there heavy guns and I only need 5 strength? Okay. So let's see. Let's go to strength. So I'm going to need heavy gunner. So I need 5 there. What does steady aim do? Let's see here. Do I need steady aim? Is that just for hip firing? I guess I'm not really going to be hip firing if I'm going to be... I don't have you. Is it considered hip fire when you fire with all heavy weapons, or does that kind of like pseudo zoom in you do still count? So we need at least 5 on the strength for now. Let's see, perception. Do we need anything from here? I mean, I kind of want to go up high enough to get demolition expert. Gun nut's more fun for hunting. It's more fun hunting for your upgrades. Yeah, that's what I like to do. Let's see, endurance. Nothing particular I need here. I mean, other than I probably just want health. What is the one that you guys know me? I love my chems. What is the? What one is that? What tree is that under? Isn't there a chem? Isn't there a chem thing? There's chem resistant, but isn't there one that like enhances chems, or am I making that up in my head because I wish it existed? Chemist. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. That's int 7. Okay. So we're gonna put that tentatively there. Just I don't know if this is a good idea. I'm just putting it there for now. You guys can correct me. All right, you said I need automatic weapons, so that's commando, right? So I just need agility 2 for that. Party boy, isn't that the alcohol one? Oh man, that sound effect was awful. What is party boy? Yeah, that one's the no chance to get addicted to alcohol. Effects of alcohol are doubled. Yeah, the party boy is alcohol, so it's chemist is the one that was I was thinking of. Let's see here. Reload guns faster, quick hands. That seems pretty useful for it. And you guys are saying AP for action boy for AP, so I should probably go heavy on agility, right? Well, that sound is the worst vault boy sound. All right, that leaves me with 4 points. I should probably put those. I think this is stacking too high. I might have to like go down a point on each of these and rely on the bobbleheads, just because I can't imagine going this low on a bunch, and then do a couple of 4s and some 1s. I don't think I need luck for anything. I mean, bloody mess is always nice, but I'm not going to do it against Savant if I'm doing high intelligence. I'm okay with doing another no charisma build. I'm fine with that. Let's see here. Perception, perception, perception. What do we need here? Are the crits? So I think it depends on. I think it depends on if I'm doing like heavy weapons, as in missile launcher. Then the crit's nice. Whereas critting with a minigun, probably not that great, right? Need some perception with bats. Okay. So agility, you guys think is quick hands not good enough? Is it not worth messing around with? Should I just drop down this to 5 for the action boy? Pump this up to perception. VATS shouldn't be focused for heavy weapons. Okay. Getting mixed messages here, guys. Some of you are saying I should do perception, others saying not important. Let's look up. There's people who have optimized this. Heavy weapons build Fallout 4. Let's see. We need something like modern, because people will have figured this out. Okay, here we go. We got a Fudge Muppets heavy weapon build. Let's see, what are his stats? He's got Strength 5, Perception 4, Endurance 9, Charisma 1, Intelligence 4, Agility 2. Wow, this is way different than what we're doing. Endurance 9, Luck 3. This is the build, and then here's what he's got going on. For perks to pursue: Scrounger, Commando, Heavy Gunner, Bloody Mess, Demolition Expert, Scrounger 2, Life Giver, Bloody Mess 2, Demolition Expert, Commando 2, Heavy Gunner 2, Gun Nut. He's going for Gun Nut. This build seems insane. What do I need 9 endurance for? Is this just like the run around and just take a beating kind of build? Oh, forgot that sound is there. But not how I play. Yeah. No, not stun locked on it. I'm trying. So everybody who watches me play all the time knows that I am notoriously bad at the gunplay, and I just pick random perks that interest me. So I'm trying to do like a decent build. So I'm just trying to get some ideas of how do we do something where I'm gonna succeed as a big gunner. That's what I'm trying to set myself up for here. All right, so I was looking at why was I looking at Intelligence 7? Oh, for Chemist. That's just me. I don't need that. That's just because I like all right, so Endurance is good, high hit points, strong damage resistance. Can switch out a Demo Expert and Gun Nut for Chemist. I also don't need so if I don't go Chemist, then I feel like I want to go to a little bit higher on luck so I can get Idiot Savant because it's so stupid good. Well, what level is that? That's only like 4, I think, on luck. Or 5 on luck. And then, let's see, but then I'm down on agility. What do I need on agility here? You guys were saying Action Boy, which I love. It's a great perk. That's 5. I'm also okay with going stuff I'm not going to grab it right away. I can go a little lower and then get it back later. I can go grab the bobblehead. And then what is this going to get me in perception? 5 gets me up to Demo Expert. All right, I think we're going to ship this. There
Wonderful.
we go.
Thanks again.
Hey, it's peace of mind.
Yeah, Kaz, I'll probably reset this to day one, day one next stream for, and then label it as Xbox Series X.
I have my moments.
Oh yeah, Lone Wanderer is good. Charisma 3 would have been good for that.
Sean has been changed, but he absolutely refuses to calm down.
But maybe I'll actually play with a companion this time.
Some of that paternal affection you seem to be so good at.
You heard Codsworth. Go on.
Oh, that's right. I can change the stats later. Yeah, this would be day 0 of me creating character, making it through the pre-war situation.
Spin the mobile a bit. He loves that. Hey, how's my little guy? Much better now, huh? Listen, after breakfast, I was thinking...
Yeah, sounds like fun.
Sir?
Sure.
Mom?
Oh, that's right. Your special book, I get to immediately
Codsworth?
up a stat, too.
What's wrong?
Can change stats at any time with Cheat Terminal.
Followed by... Yes, followed by flashes, blinding flashes. Sounds of explosions. We're, trying to get confirmation.
What?
We seem to have lost
What did
contact
he
with our
say?
affiliate stations.
Oh,
We
no.
do have coming in. That's, confirmed reports, I repeat, confirmed reports of nuclear detonations in New York and Pennsylvania. My God.
Okay.
Oh my
we
God.
go.
We need to get to the vault. Now!
Residents of Sanctuary Hills, if you are registered, evacuate Vault 111 immediately.
Off we go for another round.
All participants, check in at the gate.
That's absurd! I
Not
am
on the
Vault
list.
Tech.
You don't get in.
I'm going in. You can't stop me!
We need to get in. We're on the list. Infant, adult male, adult female. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you.
You two, follow me. Come on.
What's gonna happen to all those people outside
We're
the
doing
gate?
everything we can. Now keep moving. Step on the platform in the center. Almost there. We're gonna be okay.
Here we go.
I love you. Both of you.
We love you too. Oh my God!
Hold on!
Oh God! Oh God!
We did it. We made it. We're okay.
Everyone please step off the elevator and proceed up the stairs in an orderly fashion. No need to worry.
That was
folks.
close. Almost
We'll
got
get everyone
destroyed.
situated in your new home. Vault 111. A better future underground. Just this way, please. Yes, up the stairs.
Please proceed in an orderly fashion.
Good. Step over to the table. Take a seat.
You'll need your seats before we can
thanks.
take you further.
What now?
Just
Lead the way,
follow
buddy.
the doctor here. He'll show you where to go.
All right, you three. Follow me.
See? This is our new home.
Oh, you're gonna love it here. This is one of our most advanced facilities. Not that the others aren't great, mind you. It's gone. Our home. Everything we had.
My mother and father down in D.C. Oh, God, honey. What if they
How
didn't make
long
it?
do you think we'll be down here?
Oh, we'll be going over all that in orientation. Just a few medical items we have to get through first.
Just checking everyone off the list as they come in.
Prepared for the future, right?
Such a lovely family you have. I hope you'll see this as your new home.
Hey, follow me. Just this way.
Can you come here?
The pod will decontaminate and depressurize you before we head deeper in the vault. Just relax.
Time for a whole new life.
Perfect.
Resident secure. Occupant vitals normal. Procedure complete. In 5,
Nothing bad could happen.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Manual override initiated. Cryogenic station. Ascend.
This is the one. Here.
Open it.
I'm okay.
Almost. Everything's gonna be fine.
Come
I got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only gonna tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean.
Got it. Get the kid out of here. Let's go. At least we still have the backup.
Cryogenic reinitialized.
So like that, you know, that adds a lot of dramatic tension for this to happen. But I think it would have been also super interesting if that section just doesn't happen. Like, you go into the pod, you think you're being decontaminated, you wake up, and your wife is dead, and your kid's gone, and you're just in this derelict pod where everybody's dead. Like, that would be a pretty crazy experience too, where you're just investigating that mystery. It would definitely lead itself better to alt start things, right? You wouldn't have to have the stuff everyone makes fun of with the Sean all the time.
Come on! There has to be a release! Come on, come on, come on! Oh, God! I'll find who did this, and I'll get Sean back. I promise.
Give me all the things.
Malfunction in emergency exit door override. Please contact.
And don't get me wrong, I actually really like Fallout 4. I just think it could have also been interesting to not do that, and it would have opened it up for more role-playing. It would be interesting to, like, actually, I could just make that mod. Just eliminate that Kellogg scene and see how the game feels without it. I guess the issue would be, yeah, because even then a lot of the dialogue would still work. There's a few scenes where you're mentioning Kellogg by name, and those wouldn't make sense anymore. But you could rearrange the story a little bit to make it where you don't find out about Kellogg unless you go into the memory lounger, and then instead of it being, you know, maybe it could be like they could talk about it like as a suppressed memory, like, oh, you must have experienced that and blacked it out or something. But my only issue with the whole Sean stuff is that when you play these games like most of us tend to, is you go get lost and do side quests, and then when you come back to the main quest and all of a sudden your character suddenly is urgently concerned about Sean, it just feels completely disconnected from your experience. Oh yeah, it's hard to attach to Sean. Yeah, I think like because of all the Sean stuff, the actual probably solution to make you care is going to be to add more stuff into the pre-war. Find a way to make that interesting. Yeah, make sure you get attached to the character. Like maybe make it so that you actually go through, kind of do like they did with Fallout 3, where you have like several flash forward points, and you kind of watch Sean grow up, and you make it until instead of you growing up as the kid in the vault, it's you watch Sean grow up. I think that could have worked too, where you see like several fast forwards, and you see him at like a baby, and then again at like 2, and then at 6, and then 10, and then all this happens, and then that would have been that you would have had like some moments to where like, oh, that kid's cute, and then taken away from you. Like as a dad, that would have hit super hard. Oh yeah, that's right. I gotta do the terminal here. I missed some bobby pins. Well, you know me, I don't ever bother lockpicking anyway, so it's not the end of the world. Or did I just grab some? Were they sitting on the counter or something and I missed them? On the file cabinets. Only got one. Are there more file cabinets in here? No. Man, when you think about this intro and you compare it to like Fallout 3's though, just in the upgrades to the engine, it was super, super cool. I think that's the same thing like playing Starfield for this time, of like just thinking about all the upgrades we got to the engine to do all that. It was like, as a, you know, knowing how the sausage is made, it's like, man, there's so many upgrades. And part of that is because, you know, 6 or 7 years between games versus, you know, when games like Assassin's Creed just mass-produced, it's hard to recognize the differences, the tech leaps in each game. Music. I'm getting dinged for this music, absolutely. Avoided it up till this point. And it just means I have to fight a copyright claim. Yay. Like you have to act so quick. Like you have about 4 seconds to like kill the music or talk over it or do something to make the algorithm not catch it. So I missed it as soon as you said that, Phil. I was like, oh, yep, that was too slow. Too slow. All right, let's drop a save here. Sing over it. That was a cover song. It wasn't your song. It was my cover song of it. All right, let's look at our excuse me, special stats one more time. Double check. Let's talk perks we're going to grab. So strength. So looking at that, we want Heavy Gunner, obviously. Perception to 5. That's going to get us Demo Expert, kind of like that. Endurance is purely for the health. Because really, if we're going to grab, like, I like grabbing Toughness. I think that is useful. Aqua Boy is always great. The rest of Endurance kind of sucks. Charisma 1. There's definitely a good argument to go Lone Wanderer, since I tend to just play with Dogmeat, but maybe we'll use a companion. Int 2 I did for Medic. Agility 4 gets us... we'll basically add 1 point, so we'll use our... what do you call it? Special book to get us to 5, so we can grab Action Boy. Luck 5 gets us our first perk, which is Idiot Savant. Seems good, right? Radio silence I could grab, yeah. So... what am I noticeably missing here? Like, I feel like you tend to go Power Armor with Heavy Gunner, right? Just because you're not going to be sneaking around if you're using heavy weapons. But I don't know that there's no real perks for Power Armor, right? Like, there's the Fusion Core one, but you get so many Fusion Cores it's not important. I guess Rooted maybe, but I don't know that that's that good. Are there any, like, Power Armor specific perks that are worth pursuing? That might make me want to adjust the build slightly. Because so far, looking at it, the thing that I feel like would be the most valuable, and again, this is just theory crafting. I've never done a heavy weapons build, so you guys tell me if it's useful or not. Is quick hands seems like it would be useful to reload those big heavy weapons since they have such long reload animations. But maybe the increase in speed isn't worth the perk point. Pain train, unlimited power armor core for it. Okay. Yeah, but then I gotta get to strength 10, which is pretty rough. Armor, yeah, armor to get power, and that's at strength 3, which that's already covered. And maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do armor. I don't usually do... I usually like finding things, but there's not... You don't really find a lot of legendary power armor pieces, so I think that's a good argument for grabbing armor. Why aren't there legendary... Why don't... Because you can't just roll legendary power armor pieces, right? There's just a couple of them that you find in game for quest rewards. Or am I wrong on that? I'm pretty sure I'm right. Just flipping through the list right now on another monitor. Alright, I think I'm pretty happy with this build for now. Alright, let's go for it. Accept. Finish and exit.
Enjoy your return to the surface, and thank you for choosing Vault Tech.
Yeah, just a couple custom ones, yeah. So, yeah, doing armor, if I'm going to play power armor, makes sense. Oh, and then this is where this pissed me off. The first time I loaded up the next gen update, I was like, really? Because what's funny is they went through and with Skyrim Legendary Edition, I don't think does this. I think with Legendary Edition, or whatever, the anniversary, or whatever they call it, I don't think you launch the game and get 50 pop-ups. I'm pretty sure they've got them all like staggered out. Alright, so we're going to immediately hide all of these quests. Okay, good, they don't start up. Although I'm betting that the baseball gun counts as a heavy weapon, and that thing looks stupid broken, so it could be fun. Gotta have our desk fans. Okay, so we should really just speed run through to, well, I guess we need to get Jake, right? That's what we gotta do first. So we're doing an SS2 playthrough. Power armor pieces make great quest rewards. We actually have a big power armor thing on our wish list. That Rick really wants to do. That it's not necessarily not going to happen. It just hasn't made the like 100% list yet. Yeah, there's some stuff we wanted to do with power armor that no one else has done yet. Alright.
Hell yeah.
Grab that. Scrap a tire, and that should be enough for us to go. Generator. Oh, I need a little more copper. Apparently, I got a bunch. What? Oh, it was just there was this delay in giving me the copper. I was like, that was weird. Should not have got copper from that random sign. And then we'll wire that up. And we should hear. Send Jake Mosey on over in a moment here.
Hey, hello there. If I'm not mistaken, you're the fella I've been looking for.
You hear my broadcast?
You're sharp. Yeah, I heard your broadcast. Sounded as if you were starting some kind of settlement. Is that about the right of it?
That's right.
Well, in that case, I've got something you might be interested in. Here, catch.
Now we get to find out if this... So on PC now, after you close this screen, you'll get a little animation of your character looking at the ASAM sensor. Unfortunately, the camera angles of it are terrible, and I don't know how to fix that, but it looks, the animation's nice, and knee her special. But I've not yet tried it on Xbox to see if this breaks it.
It's called an ASAM sensor.
Okay, so it just puts the camera... See this awkward camera angle?
These things are what you'll want to use.
It's so funny. We have all these great camera angles here, but you can't manually choose them. So when you're setting up scenes where you're like, I need the camera to be pointed at the player here, you can't choose these camera angles, like these nice ones. You can only choose these handful of very specific ones. And no, to my knowledge, no one has figured out how to make the game recognize new camera animations that are in the dialogue system. Like, it's not... We can do custom animations with the camera built into the animation, but as far as there's these list of animation or of camera placements you can select in the dialogue scene. For whatever reason, the game refuses to accept more of them. Like, even if you clone a vanilla camera angle and add it to there, it just doesn't acknowledge it. It's very odd.
Okay. Care to elaborate?
I think a demonstration is in order. Place that ASAM down on the ground somewhere. Go ahead. Any old spot will do.
Oh yeah, I forgot I could have held down a button. Running over. Let's go ahead and get our plot down. So weird having a fresh sanctuary again. Alright. Nope. Okay. I don't have place everywhere though.
Place that ASAM down on the ground.
You've made the smart move of choosing Ropke brand ASAM sensors for your city planning needs. Unlike other less reliable multi-purpose sensors, Ropke brand ASAM sensors offer the level of versatility and connectability that you deserve. Ropke brand ASAM sensors, America's #1 sensor solution.
Nicely done. Don't mind the ASAM, it's just scanning the area for materials. All right then. Now for this next part, I'm gonna pretend to be a settler who's come to work for you. So just play along, all right? Boy, I sure am glad I found this settlement to live in. But oh no, there are no homes available. And I don't know how to build one myself. I guess I'll just have to rely on whoever runs this place to build a home for me.
Don't sell yourself short.
You're right. If only I had a little...
Okay.
Oh, wait.
Well, we've all played this many times through, so I'm gonna
What do you need it for?
Speed up through.
That.
All right. Hey, Starhammer. Yes, this is I just loaded up a Series X with Fallout because my Xbox One S playthrough got to a point where I was in downtown Boston, inside the Mass Bay Medical Facility, and every time I walked outside, the game crashed. And so I decided that that test had gone about as far as it could, because the last time we played a couple weeks ago on that save file, it was crashing every like 15 minutes or so. So just decided to pack it in, and we'll see how it goes on this one.
Just about anyone in the settlement can claim the area and start building for themselves.
It was nice to test on. I'm glad I did it just to get a feel for like how bad things were, but my test was a little bit skewed because my Xbox One S was having blue screen issues before I started the playthrough, so I know she's not in good shape in general. And then because I was fairly light with what I did with SS2 to try and reduce the likelihood that we'd get excessive script buildup. So I think fairly certain it was just typical downtown Boston issues, the next gen update, and my Xbox itself being a problem. But hard to say. So I want to try and play all the way through now on Series X, see how we do.
No one understands that better than Robco. Our ASAM sensor technology offers citizens unrivaled freedom of DIY home design. Built using locally sourced materials and designed via our patented dynamic easy-build roofing software. With Robke brand ASAM sensors, everyone can have a roof over their head. After all, a warm and dry citizen is a productive citizen.
And there you have it. A fully built home. Ready for habitation by some lucky wastelander. And you barely had to lift a finger. Not too shabby, huh? So now that you've seen what they can do, what do you think? Are ASAM sensors something you might be interested in?
Yes, I'm really interested.
Man, every time Jake starts
you might
talking,
be.
I just get sucked in and I forget that
Once you
I'm
have
supposed to be skipping.
First.
Of course.
All right, here. But just a small group I could deal with. So there it is.
Don't worry. I'll help you deal with these.
You will?
Oh. Right.
Okay, we'll bring OP Jake with us because he has got that insane laser revolver, and we'll talk to Codsworth just to unlock him as a companion.
Live and breathe. Oh, it's...
Codsworth?
But
She's...
Sir, it's...
Sean's been kidnapped. Doesn't matter how long it's been. What? Food?
Then I'll...
Come on, bring me some food. Oh, we got a settler. Hey, buddy. Why don't you go live in that house?
Mr. King? Ah, here you are.
Uh-huh. Codsworth, buddy.
I haven't...
All right.
Okay, let's go kill some rad roaches. Oh, we got double settler. What a we got a lucky roll there.
What's all this, then? Not this time.
Oops, sorry, Codsworth.
Ah, well, I suppose there's plenty more where that came from.
Hey, Codsworth.
Mr. King, don't worry. My search protocols are on full alert. Another one.
I just noticed the holding one eye shut. Uh-oh. Did we get them all?
Mr. King,
Sure. Thanks for trying, Codsworth.
you can't give up.
Thanks for your help, Codsworth.
Good luck, sir. You'll find young Sean. I shall remain here and secure the home.
Alright, now let's go get the special book and get our agility point. Oops, went too far. Alright, we're ready to rock. Oh, if I could walk, that would help. I feel like if we end episode 0 with me having power armor and minigun, we're in good shape. Feels like a good spot to end the heavy weapons build. Hey, aren't there some rad roaches I can kill in here? Yeah. Give me your XP. We're so close to level up. There's another one over here too. Oh yeah, give me those chems. Give me those frag grenades. Oops. Those, drop those. Well, I guess I should save this stuff for now for caps and just sell it. There's a there's another magazine in town that I missed. What? There's this. What am I missing? Oh yes, if you're just joining, my Xbox One save got to a point where I can't leave the cell I'm in without crashing. And we were having so much crashing the last time that we played that save file that I just decided it was time to call it quits on that, and instead we now are testing on Xbox One Series X to see how it runs on here. And so I'm gonna kind of speed run in the sense I'm not gonna sit and listen to all the dialogue, all the stuff in the bunker. Yeah, we made it pretty far. We made it through like most of chapter 2 before she ate it. Got about 2 days played out of the save file. Oh, that's right. You're right. The Grognet magazine. Yep. Totally forgot about that. Yeah, I'm hopeful that this runs really well. It'll be cool. I always knew when I started the Xbox playthrough that it was going to be sketch, and that the hope was that I could learn a few things, and I did manage to learn a few things and modified some stuff, and we were able to test out things like was all the Concord buildup, was that the cause of the some of the crashing, and it doesn't seem to be, because even after we disabled that, it didn't have an impact. So it was a useful test, and I got to share some pain with a lot of players. It's funny, the first time I played through Fallout 4 on Xbox, it was totally fine, but that was at launch. Like, I never even played any of the DLC on Xbox, so I don't know how much all the changes over the years have impacted things. And again, we were playing with a defective Xbox One from the get-go, so extra hard mode. But I'm fairly certain what I experienced was a pretty standard Xbox One playthrough. I was on Xbox One S, so not the series. So it was like, I don't know, probably 10 years old. The Xbox, no, not that old. How long ago did the series come out? It was a pretty old. Yeah, it might have been, because the series has now been out for what, 5 years, and the Xbox One probably came out 7 or 8 years before that. So yeah, must have been like a 10-year-old system. Wait, did we get a third? Oh no, this is Gene. Did we get Gene right away?
Hey there. You look like someone.
Oh, I'm gonna fail the charisma check though.
Man's best friend, right?
You've got a deal.
Oh, yeah. I just don't want to sell.
I'll take good care of her. Don't worry.
You know what?
Wait, doesn't this dude over here have a better piece of armor than I'm wearing? Oh, and a bunch of stuff. Alright. Take all of that. Oops. No, wrong buttons, wrong buttons. Alright, we want to favorite you. Equip you. Put on the drifter outfit and some glasses. And we're ready to go. We'll grab ourselves a dog. And there's that level up. Alright. Alright, so we need to go grab that idiot savant right away.
Hey, boy.
Bentats, whiskey, and hub flowers. What do I need those for?
You want to come with
Is
me,
that,
pal?
can I craft those into jet? Because I think I just need cow manure for that.
Okay, then. Let's stick together. At. We're ready for you guys.
Yeah, I can put on hard hat for now. There they are. Oops. Should get everyone's best friend so you can always have dog meat +1. I don't know if that's a good idea or not on Xbox. Does that cause any problems having a double companions? Radio silence speeds up Xbox? Huh.
Sound I've seen him. I'll stay out here and keep guard. You should head inside and help those people.
Thanks, buddy. Alright, so level up again already. Alright, I guess we just grab the heavy gunners. We're about to get ourselves a minigun. Just lean right into it immediately. Or maybe it'd be smarter to grab commando at first, because that'll apply to both until I have enough ammo to use a heavy. I think that makes more sense. That's probably safer. Because these stack, right? If I use like a minigun, then I'm going to get heavy gunner and commando will both hit it. Alright, let's try that. No, wrong button. Wrong button.
Found your sorry ass.
Where'd you go? Hello. Alright, can I pick this?
reason to hang around again.
It's just a shame that this almost never hits them.
Hold out for the others like we're supposed to. What are you, deaf? Somebody's out there shooting the place up.
Did I get them both? Nice.
Time's up. Keep your eyes open. Take this asshole.
Okay. Off to a good start.
Man, I don't know who you are, but your timing's impeccable. Preston Garvey, Commonwealth.
I missed a duffel bag? Uh-oh.
Glad to help.
Nope.
Please, go on. Sorry.
Spam, spam, spam.
Sounds rough. One good idea can make all the difference.
Nope.
Sure. There's a crashed vertibird up on the roof. Old school. Pre-war.
Right. I like it. Uh-huh. Minigun. Now we're talking.
It can't.
I'll help if I can.
But, look.
Actually, I already grabbed the fusion core.
Okay, now I can grab...
Careful, kid.
Bingo.
Perception.
There's something coming.
What does that just open up for me? Nothing. I guess it opens up, okay, so I could have got one less point into perception. Would have been smart, but I forgot which one was which bobbleheads where. Alright, so in the mural room I missed a duffel bag. I think the mural room is back over here, right? In here. Oh, hardly anything in there. Oh, we got 10mm rounds. Oh. Okay, let's go grab our minigun. And perfect, sure. That's the magazine you were talking about, Phil, right? Or was there a better one that I missed? Upgrade.
Up here. Boss, we got somebody up here. Sorry. Why don't you get down here? Show me that fancy gun up close. Oh, Slick, we got incoming. Come on.
Wait, did Jake just execute Grizzle before I even got to him? Yep. Jake took him out real fast. Alright. Let's get the death claw to take you two out. Peekaboo. Dog meat. There's our boy. Oh. Sorry, dog meat. I gotta chase down the death claw. Alright, this way. Follow me. Come fight these raiders. Jake will tank him. It's fine. Oh, he found the spawn point. There's like an infinite spawn point of raiders over here.
That was... I mean, you just took down a death claw. Color me impressed. All the sound from our firefight must have lured the blasted thing out. And where'd you get that power armor from? You know what? Never mind. What about them folks, the raiders trapped inside the...
Everything's taken care of.
Well, all right.
I'm just glad we were able to save him.
All right. If you just like...
Okay, there we go. Now we go do our ceremonial looting. There's little that beats the feel of a fresh, new Bethesda game playthrough. I love this feeling so much. Alright, we gotta go rob Jake of all of his ASAM sensors. Yoink. Excuse me, dog meat. I got some stealing to do.
Welcome to my workshop.
Oh,
Or
it
at
caught
least
me.
what's left the raiders didn't smash.
Nice place you got here.
Despite the mess they made, it doesn't look like they took anything important. Most of my equipment is still here, including your reward.
One little box of ASAM sensors.
Here's a little extra for helping those folks inside the museum. Good deeds like that deserve to be rewarded.
Happy to help.
That's not all. If you remember, I also promised to show you more things you could build with ASAM sensors. I'll meet you back at your settlement.
Totally forgot about this part, so caught me red-handed. Oh well. Let's see, is that all of them? I think I got all the boxes. Thing. Alright, what's next on the level ups? So now we could get Heavy Gunner 2 and then be stacked on this. Sure. Going all in on the damage dealing right away. What else can we find up here? Okay, let's head on over to Sanctuary, and then we'll make a save, and then I think that'll be a good place to stop for this evening. So, feels good. Get a fresh playthrough going. We'll see how quickly we can get things caught back up to where we were. Next week we should be back onto PC playthrough, though sometime in between then and now I'm hoping to figure out my schedule and get a Skyrim playthrough going as well. So we'll be trying to stream 2 nights a week. It might be something like I stream 2 nights every other week or something. I still have to figure that out, but I want to start working Skyrim into my rotation since that has become rather important in my life of late. Come on, Jake, let's go. Oh yeah, fusion core. Alright, I guess we'll be abandoning our power armor. Forgot about the fusion cores, a little early on those, but we'll get them back. We'll get plenty in no time. It's crazy how fast you get overflowed with those. Yeah, I kind of miss the days of power armor being like the end game reward, but I actually do like the customization thing that they have in here. I think it's really neat and adds a lot. What I think they should do up front, though, is just make your power armor stupid weak. Like, you just get, like, instead of this version, you get the kind of raidery, cruddy version, or make it during your first fight, your power armor breaks apart, and you're left with just the frame, and then getting new pieces would be really exciting. But kind of hard to do when they have just full suits laying around you can pick up. So making it rare. There we go. But yeah, I think there's a mod that kind of restores the rare feeling to power armor. Alright, we're going to save here. Let's make sure we're looking at Jake so remember what we're doing. And we'll call it a day. So, oh yeah, take the fusion core out. Good call, Phil. Let's grab that before we find a settler running around decked out. And then we'll save again, because I know I'll forget. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I will catch you all next week for back on PC. And we'll continue with our war on the Gunners.